All right, everybody, what's up? We are live. Welcome to Tech Alley. Welcome to Live from Tech Alley. It is June 2026. We are here. We're at the monthly Tech Alley event in downtown Las Vegas. I got someone coming first, and then we'll get you in. So yeah, we're doing the live. I really need to write this down. We are doing Live from Tech Alley. So we are here. We are here at 3rd Street Vegas, the host and sponsor of Tech Alley. There's a couple of new sponsors. We're going to get to all of that in a little bit. A new sponsor for Tech Alley. Got some really cool stuff going on. A company called Skillz. I had heard of them before, but didn't know much about them. We're going to hopefully get Nick from Skillz on in a bit to talk about that. I think that's what we're going on. I do have a guest waiting to come on. He wandered down the hall, but I think he's coming back in just a minute. So, and if he doesn't, we'll get John on here. He's waving. He wants to come on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check to make sure that we are going out live, so that I don't look silly, while you guys are all not watching this happening because it's not going out live. But if we are going out live, that would be fantastic. So, let's see where we are. Let's get on that. Live from Tech Alley. Let's see where we are. Okay. Close that. Yep. And it looks pretty good. So, okay. So we are live. We have stuff happening. I'm gonna not now mute my phone so it doesn't go off in the middle of this. So while we are waiting for guests to come on, we have a number of folks who want to come on today. There's a number of folks I'd love to get on today too, to make sure. Let's see, hang on. If you're making comments, I cannot see the comments from here. It's not that I don't want to address your comments. I'm gonna go take a quick look at the screen just to see that. Hang on one second. Great. Hey, Kevin and Matthew, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you find this interesting. The first hour is kind of a little bit of chatting and me giving the rundown of what's going on. But ideally, we will have some guests on in just a couple of minutes to talk about what's going on here live at Tech Alley from downtown Las Vegas. We do this the 3rd Saturday of every month here at 3rd Street Vegas, the amazing sponsor and location host of Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas. It's a gathering of the tech community. We have meetups. I'm going to give you the rundown of what's happening. Before I get into the rundown of what's happening, if you are not here in Las Vegas and you can't come down and see the talks, which if you are, we would love it if you would. You're going to love what you see here at Tech Alley so much. You can see the talks. The talks will be up. The talks that are happening today will be up on the Tech Alley YouTube channel. I don't know if you're watching this on the Tech Alley YouTube channel, if you're getting this on the Leduc Leadership and Media Group channel, if you're getting this on my LinkedIn, if you're getting it on Facebook, wherever you're getting it from. One, thank you for joining us today. And two, if you do want to see those talks, we're going to talk about all these great things that are happening here today. If you're interested in seeing what really happened here, you can see all the talks. They'll all be up over the coming weeks on the Tech Alley YouTube channel. And the ones from past Tech Alleys are all already up there. So don't feel bad if you can't make it down here, but if you are in Las Vegas and you're interested in tech, you're interested in startups, you're interested in AI, we have a couple of great AI talks happening today here at downtown Tech Alley. We have our good friend Josh Stacy's doing one, and Matthew Renzi, who's a data scientist, really smart guy, really good. Been working with AI for years since it was just developed in the lab. So we are doing that. So it looks like I've got my first guest ready to go. We're going to bring him on to talk about what he has going on. But I will give you the rundown of the talks that are coming up in just a few minutes after we talk to him. So again, thank you for joining us. This is live from Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas. We do this every 3rd Saturday of the month. You can join us on this stream or come on down to see us. Come on, jump in that chair. Come on down to see us here at Tech Alley. We've had people see this live stream in Las Vegas and say, hey, how long are you guys going to be down there? I want to come down and join you. And they did. So again, thank you for joining us. The folks who are on, I can't see your comments from here. I'll try to check in occasionally, see what the comments are, and respond to you folks on camera. But in the meantime, before I give you the rundown, we've got our first guest here today. So tell us who you are and what you have going on.
Thank you. My name is Ronald Ingram. I'm the founder of Neobanks, and I think I am the first banker in America to launch a crypto.
Okay.
So I've launched a crypto called Spock. It's actually POC with a dollar sign in front of
I
it.
like it.
Little merch here.
Well done. Well done. Get on. Where can people get those mugs?
They can't get on the website at neobanks.com and roningram.me, which is again my name.
Okay, cool.
Ronald Ingram. And how much time do we have?
I got all day.
Okay.
We'll people are gonna poke their head in and say, "Hey, can I come on?" And
Sure.
we'll keep talking. I'll wave them over. If we miss them now, we'll get them later.
Okay.
It's all free form. So I wanna hear more about your background.
Yeah.
Were you a traditional banker before you got into this?
I've been in banking for, I always say 20 years, probably longer than that. And I've been a consultant to banks and a consultant to consultants, like the big consulting firms. And so I left traditional banking to found a fintech company, which became quite successful. Became the engine behind commerce for traditional. It's funny to talk about any kind of digital commerce as being traditional, but accepting.
That's where we are in 2026. The old way of doing digital commerce is traditional, and now we have brand new ways of doing it. And you know what? I'm here for all of it.
Right. So I was in banking, and merchants were just trying to sell their stuff online any way possible.
I remember.
By any means, right? And they couldn't get a merchant account where they could just accept a credit card. So that was my first company. It's called Beanstream.com, and then that was through many acquisitions. Eventually became Worldline, which processes hundreds of billions of dollars.
When did you start that company?
That was about 20 years ago. That's my stock answer for
no,
everything.
because I remember I have a bunch of podcasts, but I have another podcast where I interview leaders.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of founders and business owners on, and they were really some of the first e-commerce companies in the 90s. And I'm talking like 95, 96.
Yeah.
Back when people were like you would download an order form, and it would take like 20 minutes to download an order form, and you'd fill it out by hand, and then you'd fax it back to them, and then you'd like mail them a check. Like that was how early internet commerce was back in the very early days.
Yes, right, exactly.
And then folks like you came along and made our lives a ton easier.
Right, and I see the same pattern repeating right now. It's very exciting. So what I saw then is this pent-up demand. Merchants wanted to sell their stuff online. They couldn't. I see the same pattern happening now with crypto and with artificial intelligence. There's pent-up demand for it, but people don't quite know how. And so that's the genesis of what I'm building right now with neobanks and all the components of neobanks. This is why I asked you how many parts, how much time we have. But
we got all the time you want. Let's hear all about it.
I'll keep it short. But so there are several different elements that I've been working on with banking. So I'm also a faculty member of the Bankers Institute, so educating bankers across the country. We have 1,800 member institutions educating them on artificial intelligence, on crypto, and on Q-Day. Quantum, which is a big thing that there's a lot of, I think it's a little bit of FUD, but there's a lot of noise about it. And banks do need to be aware about what's happening with Q-Day. So, and quantum resilience and all that. So I built a system to make bankers' jobs a little bit easier, a lot easier, so they can spend more time on the golf course instead of underwriting loans. Right?
Also into that.
So I created a system that would make loan underwriting and decision making and boardroom decision making, complicated business decisions, and simple personal loan business decisions, make it a lot simpler. Something that I patented called the Ingram Evaluation Matrix that takes basically all kinds of complicated AI. You can be using any models, and we know how all the tools and the speed with which all this processing can be done. But the problem is to take that information and digest it into a way that whereby a banker can make a decision, say a loan decision, for example, to keep it really simple, explainable, because regulators don't like it when you say, sorry, the AI told me so, right? When you decline a loan, you're looking at major fines. Yeah. And rightly so, right? Rightly so. No, we all need to want to know why the AI is suggesting something, or we should.
Right. Well, and what I love about what you're doing is, and I'm as big an AI proponent as there are. We've got a lot of folks here today who are crypto proponents, and for years it's like, just use crypto, just use AI. Just why is this taking so long? And you understand, coming from your background, that bankers' jobs is not to give people money. Bankers' jobs isn't
It's
even
easy
really,
to give money away.
it isn't even really to make money.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond the fact that that's all of our jobs, right? Their job, their core competency is understanding and managing risk. And it sounds like this is the way you have approached this, is the way to unlock this for all of us, to make it faster, easier, safer, more secure, in our own control, is to, instead of screaming, just do it, just do it, just do it, talk to a banker and say, hey, how can I help you do your job to understand and manage risk?
Exactly. So, and I got to like I was already doing, so this is well past the MVP, right? So the Ingram evaluation matrix and my methodology for underwriting loans and making complex decisions, like boards are struggling, bank boards are struggling, boardrooms in all businesses are struggling with what I call the singularity economy, which is exciting if you know what's going on and prepared for it. There's never been there's going to be wealth transfers like we've never seen since the industrial age. But if you know what's coming and you can see the pattern, and this is what I see, all these patterns converging, it's very, very exciting, but you have to have a way to make logical decisions, right? So this Ingram evaluation matrix can also be used to look at a slate of projects and ideas and decide which one to prioritize, again, in an explainable way. But in the lending area, it's absolutely essential. But I succeeded in making this so simple. And I'll just give you one little story to tell you how simple I made
go
it.
ahead. Yeah. I want to hear all about it.
So
I'm not kicking you out of here.
Everyone's excited about this idea, right? It's like, and a lot of times people say, Ron, that's too good to be true, right? Or it can't be done, right? So in the middle of a boardroom meeting, we had a loan file, and as I mentioned, I own a bank, right? So I'm not involved in the day-to-day operations at all, but the team's there, we get together for a board meeting, and credit committee is part of that board meeting. This loan is a little bit complicated. It's a commercial agricultural loan, but it had been 6 weeks, and the guy is still the customer is still waiting for an answer. I was, guys, this is an important customer. We have to be able to make a decision a lot more quickly.
Can't take 6
we
weeks.
can't do it and say, well, we've had this audit, that audit. Yeah, we have 14 audits, year, and we have 165,000 pages of documentation of regulations that we have.
That's normal operations in banking, right?
Exactly.
That can't be the excuse, because you're always doing that.
Right. So I know where all the files are, right? So I just they were talking and making excuses, and sorry, board members, and but they know the story. They'll laugh, and and so I said, well, where's the file, right? And I knew where the file was, so grabbed the file and PDF, a bunch of PDFs, like 100 pages of documentation, and I fed it into Brock, which I don't know if I've talked about Brock yet. That's the face of this whole system.
You have not.
Okay, this is exciting. This is the part that people are most excited about. It's how I put all these parts together. So Brock is, let's call it a super robo-genius banker for now, in a nutshell, okay? So I fed all this, and it's still in the prototype. The board didn't know about Brock yet. They knew about Grok, but not about Brock. So I had them get together, I grabbed the files, sent them through my tool that masks all the PII, personal identification and personal identifying information.
Because you're a banker, you need to do that.
Yeah, and sent it to Brock, and then Brock in 5 minutes comes back with the IEM, the Ingram Evaluation Matrix, a full loan memo, 10 pages in detail, with a summary, with a recommendation. And then in addition to a part of the Ingram Evaluation Matrix, so there's 4 really simple categories, which I'll talk about. They're really, really simple. So like 30 seconds to explain. But then there are all kinds of subcategories which are mutable, which can change, right? There are 49 covers most financial decisions, but there's 4: strategic fit. I'll just give them right now: strategic fit, feasibility, financial impact, and risk, right? So as part of, and you can customize it. So part of the risk analysis and the feasibility analysis, Brock looks at the bank's internal policies and procedures, which are, and for a large bank, that can be complicated because accounting doesn't talk to marketing doesn't talk to operations, and marketing wants to sometimes gets ahead of accounting and compliance, especially, and they launch something that maybe has not been engineered fully yet, and customers have a bad experience, right? Plus, potential in banking and highly regulated industries, you got potential liability, right? So, so Brock can check all the internal policies, and it can do something that banks, you're exactly right. They're more concerned about being stewards and protecting than they are about making one more. It's not the entrepreneurial mindset, it's more of a protection. And that's kind of what you want.
It's not about the next dollar.
Keep the dollars safe.
It's about managing our risks so that we make the next $1 million, $10 million, $100 million.
Exactly.
Because if we risk everything to make the next dollar, now we're out of business.
Exactly. So you get it. And so the banker is in, and I had Brock do analysis on all the regulations. So there's like 165,000 pages that a bank has to be aware of that affect the bank, right? And 7 agencies. It's the same for a big bank or a small bank. So it's actually punitive. Big banks can deal with it more easily than small banks can.
Well,
And
big banks have the cash to settle out of court if they get themselves in trouble.
And I think the regulations are almost in their favor because it's almost like a moat. Because the small banks, it's too hard for them to change because they have to be aware of these 165,000 pages of regulations. But guess what? For AI, that's perfect. AI was built for that. So in this 5 minutes, it's taking me long to tell the story that it all happened. I send this send all the raw loan documents to Brock, and as part of the step, I say, Brock, check all the regulations up to the minute, because that's the other thing is there's always new directives coming out.
Federal Register comes out every day now.
And a banker can literally not physically, even a team of bankers cannot stay on top of it up to the minute. So I come back with a 10-page memo in 5 minutes, and I say to the board, I say, hey board, hey guys, check your inbox, right? And they all open their inbox, and I say, so see what I've just done. I just wrote that literally. Like I had my phone I was doing this under the boardroom table. And I said, I literally did that in 5 minutes while you're all debating about how long it was going to take. I did it. I said, how does it look? Right. And they all look at it. It's like literally jaws were on the floor. And to this day, it is the best credit memo that the bank had ever written. It was more thorough,
fantastic,
up to the date, everything. So is my bank using AI yet? No. Well, they are partly, but not to anywhere near to the extent.
They're open to the idea now, and that's something.
Exactly. So that was a demonstration, and then of course we went to regulators out there. That memo went to the compliance department,
right? And humans are still doing what they're supposed to do.
They checked it all, and that's where I came back with, hey, this is the best thing we've ever done. So anyway, I've been working on this for years, actually, in this framework for making decisions, because it's always a great learning ground for entrepreneurs is what I call an intrapreneur. Being in product in a big company is a great way to get yourself ready to be an entrepreneur. And but you still have to, because you still have to sell. You still, instead of selling to investors, you're selling to your board or your board or internal committee of some kind. So I was frustrated with knee-jerk decisions that were never didn't seem, they're intuitive, they weren't really super well thought out. And with and because it seems complicated, and they just fall back on the old SWOT analysis, right, which was ancient from the 60s, and they'd fall back on that, and so I developed this model originally for people to level up their thinking, say, hey, I know we're concerned about ROI or we're concerned about risk, but have we thought about the financial impact of not doing this? Have we thought about the risk of not approving this loan that is probably qualified in many? So there's a risk to not taking an opportunity, all these things. But this framework makes it explainable for the humans. And so then that gave me, so I have a patent that extended this to AI as well. So now we make the AI decisions explainable, level down for AI and level up for humans. So in front of all this kind of technical stuff, really, really simple part is I put a face in front of it. And initially it's still for the bankers. But you know what? I said, I've made this so easy for bankers. Why don't I make it available to everybody so that everybody can be their own banker?
Sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah. So Brock, the idea is I want to see Brock in every wallet, in every pocket in the world. And so we have the token is launched now. It's live. We haven't done, this is the first podcast I've done actually.
Yeah.
So I've done some live streams.
Glad we could help.
Yeah, thanks. But July 24th is when I'm going to be launching Brock
Okay.
officially, which is the face of all of this intelligence, and people could just interact with it. And I've been coming up with all kinds of use cases, like for there's another whole concept. So I've written a whole new economic theory on the singularity economy, and it talks about how AI, and this is a key bit, I think, for everybody to, I've been talking to regulators. I had Tim Scott, the head of the Senate Banking Committee, on one of my conferences recently, and talking about this with him as well, and how to make this, really transparent and something that bankers can get behind. And the current administration and everything has enabled us to be more aggressive. So that's why I'm the first banker to launch a crypto, because rules that came out in March 16th and then April 28th, even before the Clarity Act, is now the lanes are clear enough where I can safely put my name on a crypto project, and that's Spock, which is launched, and that's the way that people can participate. But Brock will launch in July. Around July 24th.
Okay.
And just one last thing on that, the use cases for Brock. So veterans was a new one that came up. So rather than thinking about getting a veteran a job, what about get them a Brock, and allow them to start what I call a ZPE, a zero-person enterprise. And that's what Brock will enable people. So I thought of a new metric because what gets measured gets done, right? So I thought of a new metric that we should be measuring economic output. That we should be using to measure economic output rather than just jobs. Think about taking people that have businesses or want to start businesses or have a talent, actors, models, people that have a disability, people that have PTSD, say like a vet that doesn't really want to be very social. They could, rather than getting a job, they could start a ZPE, and Brock, I measure Brock's output in this new metric that I came up with. Think of it as like horsepower for output, for human output. So I call it FTEP, first full-time equivalent persons. And that's the unit of productivity, right? So Brock right now is operating at a 15 FTEP. Think of it as horsepower, right?
Yep.
That's how the inventor of the mechanical engine got miners to adopt his technology, because miners were like, hey, I just get another pony, get another horse, right? I don't need this new machine, it's blah, blah, blah. And so they came up with horsepower. It's like this machine will replace 100 horses or 15 horses. So this is what I'm doing with AI. So you get
I think that's great. I kind of intuitively understand it. That computer over there, if it weren't doing this live stream right now, would have about 17 AI agents doing stuff for me all day long.
Right.
We let it take a little break so we don't interrupt, we don't like degrade the quality of our video stream.
That's
so
cool.
But when I switch back over to my other profile on that laptop later today, Claude's gonna have a lot of catching up to do. So
cool. Well, I've been kind of doing a monologue and not doing
No, that's okay. No, it's because I think it's fascinating. And like I said, you are one of the very few people we talk to who are looking at this from someone else's perspective than the tech world of bankers have to assess risk. They have to make decisions based on risk, and these are humans who have to make these decisions. So we have to portray whatever it is we're creating for them in a way that understands it and solves a problem for them. And I think this is really going to move the ball forward on crypto adoption in terms of people using crypto for actual purchases. Because we're still kind of we've been promised that for a long time, and it's still coming. And then, something like Brock can help all of us sort through all the regulations and make sure that we are fully assessing the risk. We understand where the contradictions might be and where a human has to make a decision between two things. And then going forward and again, maximizing that horsepower, because now we're all becoming more efficient. And we're all, because now someone who couldn't have navigated that loan process with a bank before now can navigate it and get that business going. And that small bank who is trying to understand the risk of this complex technical business now has a better shot at assessing that risk and going, oh, okay, this is no more risky than somebody opening a restaurant.
Right. No, you got it exactly. And it's the simple things too, like the day-to-day things. Like, so you could ask Brock, hey, is this crypto a scam or not, right?
Mhm.
Or hey, this stock launched, how does it compare? Or you could just even ask Brock, I'm new to investing. What questions should I be asking that I
Yeah.
haven't asked? You could it's like literally having an accountant and a financial advisor, a lawyer, all for educational purposes, not
Right.
certified, until AI can pass the
not,
bar.
not allowed to give financial or legal
exactly.
advice.
Exactly.
Also, none of this is financial or legal advice. I'm not
That's
sure if
correct.
I need to say, you probably need to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm not sure if I need to say it, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you all, none of this is financial or
Yeah.
legal advice. So.
Yeah, and also in addition to that, what I always say is that so I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, and Brock's not a lawyer, is not a financial advisor, just a genius. And also I like to talk because there's a mission here, a mission. I want to, a lot of people don't know that banks are controlled by basically 6 people. This is not a conspiracy theory or anything. This is
just whose name is on the paperwork.
Yeah, this is you can look it up. It's public for a long, long time. There's a international central bank of central banks that controls all the central banks, even this Federal Reserve. All the central banks around the world are controlled by 6 people, with a board of 18, but 6 permanent members of the Bank of International Settlements in Switzerland. And they set the guidelines and the directives for the last 95 years. And I think so there's this I call it the high table. I want to invert the high table. I want to give everybody a seat at the high table, or everybody's seat at the table. And that's my mission. And so this relates to the disclaimer, because I also say this is not investment advice. This is investment activism for people that invest in SPOC, which you're allowed to say investment because it's a digital asset now, which is clearly defined. I'm so thankful to the CFTC and the SEC for putting that out in a memo that they put out. I'll leave it with you here. It's really clear.
That's what I want to talk about. Is it sounds like if you haven't caught everything we've said here today, there's a book.
Yeah.
Ron has written a nice book for us to
Thank you.
understand everything and the principles, not just the whats, but the whys and the hows of how all this is going to work. So the book is called Neobank: Navigating the Future of Banking by Ronald Ingram. Thank you for joining us, Ron.
Thank you.
Brock will be available in a few weeks.
Yeah, July
about
20.
a month.
July 24th.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's a stretch. This is really
Well, we all know how tech
complicated-
stuff goes.
yeah.
We have a very tech savvy audience. They understand how tech
Yeah,
goes.
but
so.
it's live. I did some demos at the Nevada Startup event where Brock actually did it live for people to see. So that's another thing, to put that out so everyone can have access to it.
All right, fantastic. Oh,
right.
Where can everyone find Brock? Where can everyone find you?
Yep.
So that they can. Where can everyone get a copy of this
Yeah,
book?
you can get Neobank Navigating the Future on Amazon, neobanks.com. On my shirt here, that's a good website for the light paper for Spock. And Spock is live right now, so you can get that on roningram.me. All pretty easy to find. Google me, Ronald Ingram, and there's an encyclopedia article about me as well on Grokpedia. So, all right.
LinkedIn, I'm sure.
LinkedIn and YouTube, X. I do live streams at least once a week on X as well.
Now, is this your first Tech Alley, or have you been?
This is my first Tech
Okay.
Alley. I've been part of the Nevada startup community for
Who
quite a while.
brought you today? Did someone bring you? Are you
yeah.
already friends with James Roop and Mike Wilson and those?
No, just
2 guys you got to find today.
So before this, I met with the Crypto Mondays group. So VG, the guy who's standing over here, and one of a really interesting guy, and just a whole bunch of really interesting people. Catalyst, Cat.
Vegas Crypto Group is fantastic. We're good friends with Mike Wilson, the founder, and he's big with Stand with Crypto. And
great.
So you and Mike should definitely try to connect up today, as well as James Roop, who's busy doing a talk right now. But we'll try to get him.
There's a lot
later.
going on in Vegas. It's because everything I've been doing has usually been sort of national in scope, but there's a lot going on right here, and this is a great place to scale, I think. And I moved here originally because every CEO that would ever want to meet is here twice a year anyway, right? And a lot of people don't realize 30 million people come through this city. It's just a great place for founders to be.
Yeah, it really is. So, all right, Ron, thank you so much for joining us. It was a great way to kick off our day today.
Okay.
I can't wait to read this book.
Okay, I'll give you a copy.
Yeah, I would love that. So, all right, thank you. So, all right, I know we had a couple people who were looking to jump on, so I'm looking around. I want to wave them. I want to wave them over. So, there's one over there. I I don't know his name. I think he's going to look over here. I'm going to wave him over. Hang on. We're going to bring you someone else to talk to. He's in the middle of a conversation over there. And then we'll get John over here from. Yeah. Were you wanting to come on? Or were you just watching? Okay. All right, no problem. John, come on. I felt bad. We were having a great conversation. We didn't want to leave you out, but all right. Nice to see you. Have a seat. Have a seat.
I'm glad that you're up here.
I'm glad to be here. It's always nice to be one more month around the sun, right? So
Well, actually, it's more like you bring energy to this place. And
I try.
Honestly, I absorb it. And I hope I'm trying to give you a little bit back.
oh, appreciate it. Appreciate it. What is going on in the mobile charger world these days?
Honestly, I just wanted to mention our new location.
Okay.
We put a big kiosk right in front of the Galaxy Theater at the Boulevard Mall.
Okay.
It seems to go gangbusters. People love
I
it,
bet.
and they're using it. And the best part is to give them peace of mind for them to have that their phone ready, no matter the case.
Yeah. Listen, if you're going to see a movie here in Las Vegas, chances are, if you're like me, your phone's about to die.
We're here to help.
And they're here to help because you pick up one of these out of their kiosk, you take it into the theater with you, you get your popcorn, you get your icy, you get your candy,
Everything.
and you just plug that guy in while you're watching your movie when your phone's supposed to be off anyway.
That is true.
Right,
But who follows rules, right?
But your phone will charge faster if it's off, and then because it's Vegas, I know you're doing something after the movies. Now your phone is nice and fully charged while you've been watching your latest greatest favorite movie.
That is right. And also, if you happen to be on Water Street, there's a beautiful little Chinese restaurant. It's called Chinitas, Tapas and Sushi. There's another location there that we just placed 2 weeks ago. And the best part is that little place has got its charm, it's got live music and so forth. So if you're in the Water Street, Henderson area, great place as well.
Fantastic. Where are some of the other places you are around the valley?
Well, my favorite, because I live in the district, right next to it is the library, the Green Valley Library. There's a coffee shop right in there. That was my first location and my first love because I live there. And it's also easy for me to just go check out if something's wrong.
Yep.
You know, because like this is technology, so just like anything.
Yeah, it's tech.
So you
it's
gotta
gonna break.
you got to be on top of it. You got to make sure customer service, because at the end of the day, if this is not working for you, it doesn't give you the convenience you need. So yeah, as well as the other location, fantastic indoor swap meet.
Yeah, over on Decatur.
Decatur, exactly. That is
I was just driving by there the other day.
that is a huge location and also very popular. The best part, it's next to the restroom. So you can
Again,
do a pit stop.
Right where you need it. Right where you need it. It's not tucked in some weird corner somewhere. You know, if you're spending any time at Fantastic Swap Meet, you know you're going to be there long enough you're headed to the restroom.
Exactly. Also, if you're by the Auto Mall, there's our location there as a wood sandwich shop. And they love it as well because everybody's obviously shopping for a car at one point or another. The other location, Summerlin, Transylvania Bar. That is a great little spot if you love little privacy with your partner. Great dating location.
Good to know.
So I'm trying, and at the same time, I'm getting a great response.
Yep. Now give us the rundown because you probably have new folks watching. Give us the rundown on the finances of this. On like if I'm out there and I need to charge my phone and I find one of your kiosks, how does it work? What do I pay? How does the whole deal work?
All right, here's the logistics of it. Basically, if you see my kiosk, it's going to ask you, would you like to rent one? You just click on the touch screen. It'll say, okay. And then it'll say, what type of payment would you like to do? Unfortunately, you have to do a little finance, but it is what it is.
You're renting it. Of course you have to do a little finance.
So in this case, you click on it, you take out your credit card.
It's not biz nice.
Business. Like that. So yeah, the bottom line is that you click on it, it'll give you an option to do a tap your credit card, tap your phone, or you can insert. So once you do that, this is the logistics. It'll deduct $30 from you as a deposit. After that, every 20 minutes, it's going to deduct $2 from you. So in reality, it's $2 for 20 minutes. This little battery right here, the best part, is pretty powerful. So based on my experience, charges your phone 35 to 40%.
In 20 minutes. Yep.
So bottom line, even with that $2 charge, you're happy. You're good to go. Instead of you thinking of the anxiety, you know what, I'm at a beautiful restaurant. I'm thinking I got to go home because I got to charge it. So in this case, you could stay there.
I got to
a little
leave it in
longer.
the car while I'm at dinner, right?
Something.
All that kind of stuff, right?
You know, most of us, we do think about charging our phone, but sometimes we do have little ones, or sometimes we're running out of the house and we forget. So in this case, it gives you
Yeah.
and it helps you with the anxiety of your phone. Unfortunately, we run our business and we run our family and we run everything through our phone. So it is our life. So bottom line is, it does charge you the $30. Now, when you return it, you simply put it back in, tap on it. The system is very
and you can put
smart.
it back in anywhere. You don't have to put it back in the same slot or even the same kiosk you took it from.
See, he knows me. He knows me.
I'm trying to help.
No, now there is a problem. If the kiosk is full, unfortunately, you cannot. But either than that, you can return it anywhere.
Yep.
And it recognizes the battery, and what it does, it gives you a receipt. The best part is you put your phone, and it's through Stripe, very reputable company. So at this point, you're not concerned about your data. I don't have it. Nobody has it, but only Stripe.
Yep.
And it is encrypted, so you don't have to worry about that either. And take a picture of your receipt, and it'll come back right on
Yep.
you, and it'll tell you how much and whatever the case might be.
Now, let's say I toss this in my bag one day. I charge my phone up. I toss it in my bag because I got to go do something else. Then I'm going to return it, and I forget to return it. What happens?
Not a problem. Not a problem. The
And
best.
I also want to show you guys. You're like, is it for iPhone? Is it for Android? I'm going to show you guys. The really best part about this,
Oh, there you go.
as I can, if I can get
There we go. Yeah, yeah.
my
there it
fat
is.
fingers to do it. Both of them. You have no excuses. No excuses. I have an iPhone. I can't use it. I have an Android. I can't use it. You got them both.
That's the best part. Now, if for some reason you forget, or maybe you're at the airport and you take it home, not a problem. The machine will deduct another $10. Now, in this case, you actually bought a great battery for $40.
Yep. Because now you can
You can actually
recharge this
charge it at
battery.
home. And this, based on my experience now, long term, it will charge my iPhone Max twice.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, you can use it for a very long time. And the best part is you can take it with you. And it's heavy duty. That's
Yep.
the best part.
Yeah, they're solid.
They're solid, so you don't have to worry about it. For $20 is very price competitive with everything else that you would buy.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
$2 for 20 minutes, and if you forget, now you got yourself a rechargeable battery for your phone, right? It's
I would prefer you return it though, but
we
hey,
would prefer you return it, but you can return it anytime, right? So
absolutely, yeah.
so
So thank you so much. I appreciate it. At this point of the game, I've known you for what, at least 5-6 months.
5 or 6 months. I mean, since we've been doing stuff here at Third Street, so
Absolutely, and it's like a family to me here over here.
yeah, Tech Alley's great.
Yeah, and the best part. is you see
Josh has
friends.
done some really incredible stuff here.
Yeah, and honestly, without him and mindset of bringing all of us together, come on,
Yep.
it takes a special guy for
It's
that.
been great.
Special guy.
It's been great.
Well, I won't take any of your time. I know you're a busy guy.
Well, I'm just going to be sitting here, but we're going to have other folks who want to jump on and talk, I think. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, appreciate you coming by and telling us what's going on. Anything else you want to leave us with before we let you go?
Hey, you know what? I will tell you something from my mentor. He told me in business, you don't have to be the smartest one, but you do need to know where to get the information. And that is very important to
I
me.
love it.
Because, we all struggle and we all try to do something from the ground up. And we're all like, can I do this? You don't have to be the smartest one. All you have to do is have the mindset to get the information.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Hey, man.
So, all right.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
John.
much.
Thank you for joining
Pleasure,
us.
pleasure.
Find
Thank you
these
so
all
much.
around the valley. And how can people find you if they're not here in the valley?
Oh, sorry. You can actually go to the website, catchacharge.net. We're there, or you can give me a call directly, 702-287-2518. And if you're a business that would love to have one of these kiosks in your business, feel free to give us a call, and I'll be glad to do a personal demonstration. And I know 90% of the time it will make sense for you.
Yeah. Next time we'll have you back and we'll talk about how it makes money for the business owner.
Well, in this case, yes, absolutely. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Thank you
So we'll have
much.
you back to talk about that next month.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, John.
Bye-bye.
Come on, jump in. I didn't even we just jumped right in with Gets, so I didn't even get to talk about what's coming up
good.
and that you have an event coming up. So
Yes.
tell everybody, get close to this microphone, tell
How you
everybody,
doing?
look
How
at
you
that
doing?
camera, tell everybody who you are, what you have going on.
My name is Chris Huff. I'm on the program committee for Ruby Conference that's coming here in July. We're giving out 50% off with one night free at Red Rock Casino, which is pretty awesome. It hasn't been back in Vegas oh my God, in like over a decade.
Mhm.
And so I'm a Rubyist, been a programmer for a long time, run my own company, worked for a lot of different companies over the course of my life. And it's a tier 1 conference. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of activities. So, and don't worry about the heat. Most locals are watching this anyway.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we are. I think I saw someone in the comments earlier say they were watching from Lakeland, Florida. So
that's awesome.
So if you're still watching and you're interested in Ruby, tell us a little what Ruby is. Tell us.
Well, so Ruby's a programming language.
Yep.
It's been around for quite some time. Like Ruby on Rails, what made it really popular, which is like Basecamp and the whole derivative around it. So there's a lot of remote companies all over the world that uses it. What else? I mean, all different small businesses, startups, all the way on to enterprises, everything. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. So it's like each part of that stack.
How did you get involved in organizing the conference?
I just volunteered.
Yeah.
One, I live across the street from Red Rock. So I was like, hey, I got to help out wherever I can.
Wouldn't
and
it,
just love the community.
wouldn't it be great if the conference came across the street from my house? I think I'll volunteer.
I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it at the time, to be totally honest. Scout's honor, did not know about it. But once it came, I was like, hey, like I always wanted to help, and I'm glad it was in Vegas, and I love helping out the community that way. It's just a lot of fun, just spreading the love.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are the dates of the conference again?
So it's July 14th to the 16th. And so you get in early. I'm also going to try to organize some night activities as a local.
I think that is also the same week as our Tech Alley July event. So if you're coming to town for the conference and you can work it into your schedule, stick around for a couple extra days and come join us here at Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas on whatever that Saturday is.
It'll be the be the 20th.
Okay.
I think no 15th. No,
I don't know.
17th, I don't know. It's that weekend.
Come to Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas.
Thank you.
Do you guys have a speaker lineup?
All that stuff's published online. It's a CFP. CFP is already closed, so all the speakers have been selected. There's going to be a combination of really great topics on AI. I want to say, if you're not a Rubyist, you can still come have a lot of fun. There's a lot of knowledge there, just not only in Ruby, but a lot of different aspects of different programming languages. And like everyone's in AI today, this is the hot stuff to talk about, but there's going to be a lot of content across that.
Okay.
Yeah. And the venue is awesome. So hope to see you playing blackjack too.
Yeah, Red Rock is a great place to visit. It's a great place to go to a conference. I've been to a couple there. It really is fantastic hotel. 20 years old this year, I think.
Yeah, they're having that big party's coming.
I was at the opening 20 years ago.
Wow.
So the opening weekend, it's Red Rock, still beautiful, beautiful,
it's amazing.
still a beautiful venue. So,
and actually, I think the off-strip local casinos are killing it.
Yep.
Absolutely killing it compared to the on-strip.
Red Rock and Durango are killing it, and Green Valley Ranch just did a big renovation.
Yeah.
And I live up on the north side by Aliante, and that's fantastic. So
great food. There's great food there too. So another thing I like to say is a lot of people that are looking at this, if you're traveling from abroad or traveling from afar, like think the strip, it's off strip, but there's a lot of stuff over to do it that's not just like strip activities. You can go hiking, biking, all this different stuff down the canyons right there.
Oh, I have friends that come to town. They will not stay on the strip. They will stay exclusively at Red Rock or Durango. And if they want to see a show on the strip or do dinner on the strip, they'll just catch an Uber down there.
It's close.
They're done. They're done with the strip. So.
Well, thank you so much.
We live here, though.
Yeah,
so.
Okay. I still go to the strip, too.
The conference is July 14th through 16th. What's the website?
RubyConf. Just look up rubyconf.com, and we're giving it's a great deal right now. So it's like 50% off the GA tickets and then one night free. And I got these posted around. Feel free to reach out to me on X or LinkedIn. It's Chris. Last name's Hough. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Happy to connect you to show you one of these. Get it together. So
don't scan that QR code though. You come down here and get one. You got to come down. You got to come down here and get one.
Yeah, exactly.
We're putting this out in HD, so be careful showing those QR codes.
It's true.
But come if you're in Vegas. If this sounds really great to you, come down today. Meet Chris here at Tech Alley. These are floating around all the tables, all around in different spots. So come down. Get yourself a flyer, get yourself your 50% off. It sounds like a fantastic conference. I might have to try to get a media pass.
It'd be awesome, man. It'd be awesome.
So awesome. No, thank you so much. It was great to meet you, Chris.
Thank you so much.
All right. I do not see it. But so all right, let me take a quick look. It looks like we've got some comments. So I'm going to take a quick look at comments.
Oh, I got it. Thank you. I got it.
Okay, hey, Leslie and all the other folks, thank you for all the comments. Thank you for from Santa Monica, watching from Santa Monica. Thank you. I hope we're doing a good job. I hope you're finding this interesting. I hope it's inspiring you to come visit us here at Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas every third Saturday of the month. And what I'm going to do now, I don't have anybody imminently waiting to jump on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the rundown of what's happening today, give you the order of events, so to speak. So let me pop that up for you right now. I got to find that in my inbox. And of course, it's all subject to change. Where are you? Rundown. Are you in here? Boop a doop boop boo. I gotta find it. No. I will find it. I promise I will tell you what's happening here today. I promise I will tell you what's happening here today. I don't need that anymore. Sorry for cleaning out my emails. All right, we're going to have to do this the hard way. There we go, Joshua Levitt. Tech Alley, June 2026, agenda and venues. All right, so it is 12:01. We are in the first round of talks right now. Lunch is going to start in about 15 minutes. If you are interested in tech, drones, AI, tech startups, entrepreneurship, investing, using tech to run your business. What else do we have going on? Do we have a demo time today? I don't even know. I'll read the agenda for you. But if you're interested in any of these things, come on down and join us at Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas. We are at 3rd Street, Vegas, which is coincidentally on 3rd Street and Gas Avenue. We're right in the corner here in downtown Las Vegas. So come on down here and join us. It's a fantastic facility. It's an old movie theater that they are converting into a community performing arts space. So come on down and see what Daz and the crew here have going on at 3rd Street Vegas. But right now we're in the first round of talks. We're getting to the end of those. So by the time you get down here, you may not be able to see them. But as I mentioned earlier, if you miss these talks, they record them all. They put them all on videos. So you can find them if you're watching this live stream on the Tech Alley YouTube channel. You are in the right place to find all the previous Tech Alley talks, and you'll find these Tech Alley talks from today over the coming weeks. So come back and check that out if you're going to miss these talks. But right now we're doing Who's Got My Money? Kurt Walker usually runs that, but we've got Phil Pareto doing that today. I think he's a friend of Kurt's and is going to tell people how you get that capital stack, especially without diluting your company, diluting your equity in your company by doing that. Jackson Wright is doing social marketing. That's always a crowd pleaser. He helps how you use social marketing and podcasts and things like that to build up your business. Timothy Mays doing the Las Vegas AI meetup in Theater 2. James Roop, good friend of the podcast, James Roop is doing blockchain self-custody in Theater 4. Caleb Green is just off to my right here. He's a startup attorney. He's helping people with their legal questions on their startups and their businesses. And then Arena Kritsenko is doing strategic finance consulting, also here in the dining room, right off to my right over here. And as I mentioned, we're going to be starting lunch in just a few minutes. If you come down and register for Tech Alley, you get a free lunch on Taverna Costera. It's always great. Looking forward to seeing what they have today. Then at 1:15, we'll start the second round of talks. Our good friend Mike Wilson, Vegas Crypto Group, is in Theater 1. Josh Stacy, our good friend Josh Stacy, is doing an AI workshop in Theater 2. I don't think I mentioned, was it on here? Matt Renzi's talk is going on right now. This was not on the schedule I've got, but Matt Renzi is back, and he's a data scientist. He's going to be talking about AI. He's talking about AI right now. Las Vegas Python, Adam Englander in Theater 3 at 1:15. Nick from Skills, we're hoping to get him on here to talk about Skills and some of the things they have going on here. Lots of really fun stuff going on here with the gaming here in Theater 4 at 1:15. And then Maria Christidi, our good friend, is hosting the AWC Users Group, or AWS Users Group, Amazon Web Services Users Group in Theater 7. That's all. Those are all happening from 1:15 to 2:30. And then the last round of talks today will be at 2:45. Confidence, cocktails, and sorry, that was my own slip in there. Confidence, contracts, and crossing borders. Business considerations when your clients are abroad with Acacia Thornton. Hoping we're going to get her in here today to talk about her talk as well and why you should come down to that. Josh Stacy's doing another AI workshop in Theater 2 at 2:45, and then Nick from Skills has another talk at Theater 4 as well at 2:45. So that's what's going on today here at Tech Alley. If you are in Las Vegas, if anything of those things sound interesting to you, come on down here and join us at Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas. We're here every third Saturday of the month. If you're not in Las Vegas and you would like to join us some month, come on over. I'll finish my little spiel. Come join us at Tech Alley. Have a seat, sir.
How have you been? How have you been?
I've been good. How is Las Vegas Startups doing?
We had our where we meet the second Wednesday of every month at Jackpot Bar and Grill, and they've got a great happy hour. So,
All right.
So we meet 6 to 9 or 6 to 8:30,
Mhm.
and it's designed for founders, people that have a startup business. And so we're looking for also for investors to come that are looking for deals.
Okay.
So it's a great thing.
Early stage investors, you found
Yeah.
your guy right
Yeah,
here. So
I am a founder myself. You know, I've got Lead Tab, which is a lead capture, lead nurturing application. And so I've got a couple friends that I wanted to come up and
oh, absolutely, yeah.
and get up and talk about their business.
Let's get him on.
Okay.
Let's get him on.
Okay. So let me
Well, don't go yet. We'll get him on in a
okay,
second. But
okay.
tell us a little bit about Las Vegas Startups, the group, what it is. We got the nuts and bolts of where to meet, what time. It's great happy hour. But tell us about a little bit about the history of the group, because there's a little bit of history to it.
Oh yeah, it was originally started up by created by Startup NV, Startup NV, and it was originally started as a pitch environment where people that are raising money have a startup raising money, but then it went dormant for over like 13 months.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah,
And you
and
brought it back a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's got like 2,800 members to it, or right at 2,800 members. But a lot of them have been inactive because they didn't know if it even still existed. So
Yeah.
I took it over a few months ago. We're trying to build it back up. We've got a speaker this month.
Okay.
It'll be on,
Coming up in July.
Yeah, it'll be July 8th, second Tuesday of the month.
Wednesday, right?
No, Tuesday.
Oh, we're Tuesdays now.
Tuesday.
Second.
Wait.
It doesn't matter to me
Yeah.
what day it is. Let's just make sure we get it right.
I'm sorry. It is Wednesday.
Okay.
It is Wednesday.
Folks, don't worry. If we're getting this completely wrong here, I will get it right. Tune in for Monday's Vegas Startup Scene episode, and I will make sure we get the right date in the rundown on Vegas Startup Scene
Tell you
every
what.
Monday.
If people can see this.
They might.
Okay.
We're in HD. Scan that QR code.
Okay. This is my business card. It's a QR code tied into my my CRM, but it's in effect it's my business card. And there's a ton of QR codes and a ton of CRMs out there.
Yep.
This one's natively connected, so if you scan it, it'll ask you for your name and your phone number. It'll immediately send you an SMS to say we're connected. Because, like I said, there's a ton of electronic business cards out there, but what they do is they collect your information, but they never do anything
Right.
after.
Yep.
If you're in the database, you need to do something with that database. You looking at my hat?
I am. I'm checking out the hat. So
Yeah, that was my barbecue business I had here in Las Vegas, and I had to close it down. I'm going to reopen it, but I'm geared into AI right now.
yeah,
So
you got a lot going on. So
oh yeah, but I'm come on out to the startup group, Las Vegas Startups. It'll be the second Wednesday of July.
yep. I promise you we will get the date and the time and all that right on Vegas Startup Scene in the coming weeks. Tune into that every Monday for the rundown of what's happening. Also, you guys have a meetup group, and that is where you can get all the latest information if you don't want to wait around for Vegas Startup Scene every Monday. So
Let me get my friend up
Yep.
here. Oh, didn't want to knock
Go
on-
grab
knock
go
us
grab
over.
your friends, and we'll talk to them. All right. Yeah, come on. Good. How are you? Nate, good to meet you, Nate. Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat. Get
Yeah.
close to this microphone.
Absolutely.
Tell us what you have going on.
So I'm founder of Achieve AI. It's a personal life.
Okay, get
operating-
closer to this microphone.
Yeah. So I'm founder of Achieve AI. It's a personal life operating system.
Okay.
It can run your entire business, your life, your contacts, your relationships, your goals, dreams,
Okay.
everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you did you meet Mike over at Las Vegas Startups? How are you connected? Is it your first Tech Alley?
No,
What's
this is
going
my
on?
second one.
Okay.
The first one I made on time.
Okay.
First one a little bit late.
Yeah, you don't need to be on time
Yeah,
to Tech
but now
Alley.
I have AI running my business
I'm
and my
barely
life.
on time to Tech Alley, and I'm doing this.
Right. Exactly. But now the AI is running my life. I'm on time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. You know, it combines infinite memory with the ability to connect to all your socials,
Mm-hmm.
phone number, email address, and can act on that memory to do really wild stuff.
So how did you get started in this?
Well, I started vibe coding before it was actually popular.
Mm-hmm.
This was back on Replit, back in 2024. And I've been doing it ever since. I was top 5 Cursor developers last year.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, just what no life looks
Congratulations to Cursor too. Just got bought by XAI.
like. Cursor,
so
yeah,
or
Cursor is
SpaceX
incredible.
now.
Yeah. Brian and the team at Cursor, phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's just what no life looks like. And 20 hours a day coding
Yep.
for a whole year and a half straight.
and then you moved into this how?
Yeah, well, I started off with virtual assistants in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the AI kind of grew, I'm like, okay, they're not going to be a thing anymore. So time to pivot into AI automation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So now is this available? People can get it now. Where?
Yeah.
What's the status?
Yeah, achieveai.io. It's 7 days to try it out for
Okay.
absolutely free. Use it to automate your life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'd love to hear the feedback. It's like OpenClaw, but on steroids.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's the experience like when someone logs in and does that 7-day trial? What's the experience like when they open it up for the first time?
Yeah, so it's very quick. It's a very, very simple onboarding process where you give the AI some information, whether it's a website, social media. From there, it builds an immediate profile of all your businesses.
Okay.
Find out your overall trajectory in life, builds you a 12-month vision, and then you connect all your accounts. So you can start posting, emailing, texting.
Okay.
And then you just combine all the different integrations into any kind of workflow and
Okay.
create it. The sky's the limit.
So I open it up and it goes, hey, connect something, your website, one of your LinkedIn, whatever it is, and I'll get to know you a little bit. Then I'll ask you some more questions.
Yeah, it's like where are you going in 12 months? And then you give it your vision. It builds your life. It builds your itinerary. Put together your goals, milestones, and tasks. You connect all your stuff, and then it works with those integrations to help you get to where you want to
Okay.
go.
Very cool. Sounds
Yeah,
fascinating.
absolutely.
So are you raising
Wild
money
stuff.
now? What's going on with the company?
Potentially, I mean, for the right price. You know, I kind of like the idea of being a one-person billion-dollar company at some point.
We're
That's
big
kind
fans
a
of
goal.
bootstrapping here. We're
Absolutely.
big fans of have a plan to bootstrap and have a plan if you find that right investor to pour rocket fuel on your company. But
Right, I mean, for the right
don't
person-
don't give up equity if you don't have to.
100% agreed. For the right person and the right team, you know, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the path to world domination? What's coming next?
Well, I'd like to get Achieve AI on every phone in the
Okay.
country. And so the problem right now, I think, with a lot of tools like OpenClaw, for example, it's just not usable.
Yep.
It's not usable. It's not user friendly. You know, Bertha next door can't open up OpenClaw and use it to automate her life.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's missing now is UI, usability, intuitiveness, and ease of use. And so if you can make something that's easy for anybody to use, just, you know, a couple clicks to connect all your stuff, that's the goal, I think. And, you know, that's the final vision.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else you want to leave us with?
No, that's it. You know, again, you know, achieveai.io. Check
Yep.
it out. Love to hear the feedback. And, you know, I'm here. The team's here to help if you have run into any issues.
Okay, so it's achieveai.io.
.io,
Are you guys
yes.
on LinkedIn, the socials, the Instagram, anywhere people can find it and maybe check out a little more?
Yeah, we're on all the social medias, but the website is there, and all the socials are listed on the blog
Okay.
as well. So
Okay, achieveai.io. Go.
Yep.
Go. Not now. Do it later. Keep
yes,
watching this.
Keep watching, and then yes,
But-
check us out.
All right. Thanks so much. It was
Yeah.
great to meet you.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
All right. You want to jump on? Are you the publicist?
Sales team.
Oh, fantastic. What's your name?
Yes, my name's Azen.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Aizen.
Aizen.
Yeah, AIVEN. Aizen.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. What's
Okay.
your name?
Jason.
Jason. Hey, Jason. How are you
Aizen,
doing?
as someone on the sales team, he did a great rundown of the whys and the hows and the tech piece of this.
Yes.
As someone on the sales team, what do you want us to know about Achieve AI?
Well, Achieve AI is really awesome because it integrates a CMR. That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, CMR. It also integrates all of your social media platforms, your calendar. It automates everything for you and just streamlines stuff, as well as it has like a health section where you can integrate like healthy habits. Like I like to journal, do my affirmations, do my prayers. So it kind of helps me through a nighttime routine for me.
Okay.
And then it automates all the social media stuff, so I don't actually have to do that. I have it researching for me and posting articles on LinkedIn, Facebook, and WordPress every 18 hours, actually researching how AI assistants can add to your life and alleviate some of the overwhelming feeling that we have always being stuck on our phones. It's not completely automated. You can have it fully automated where it sends out all the messages for you, or you can have it where you actually check the drafts to make sure that you're okay with what it's sending.
That's what
So
I
know
do
that
with
it's
my
a
stuff
privacy
right now.
concern.
I just tell it you can generate all the drafts you want. I'm still gonna read them and change them before you send them out.
Yeah,
So
definitely. So I really like it. I'm new to the AI assistant world, but it's nice to have a virtual assistant that you can program and you can train, and it doesn't increase the cost for it unless you're using a lot of data, you know?
are those the Meta glasses?
Yes.
How do you like them?
Good. Can I record us?
Yep.
Are they recording?
I don't see the light.
Okay, let's do it. Hold on. Is it recording now?
It's flashing.
Yes. Yeah, so what's your
I
name?
assume that's
Where is this
recording.
be recording?
Hey,
It's
I'm
gonna record for
Jason.
1 minute.
I'm Jason LeDuc. I'm the host of Vegas Startup Scene, among other things. And we're doing live from Tech Alley here today. I'm here with my new friend Aizen, and we are talking about the company she works for, Achieve AI. Find that at achieveai.io. I'm going to look over at my own camera now. But yeah, we're having a great conversation. We just had the founder on right before we talked to you. So yeah, and you are showing us your Meta glasses. So I can't wait to see. I'm gonna have to get
I'm
your
gonna
info.
post you.
So yeah, post me, tag
you.
me, so
I'll
I
post
can
you and tag
so we
you on
can
my-
connect up as friends, and we can and I can see how this works. Because I'm seriously considering getting the glasses. So
Yeah, so I got these to actually go ahead and create tutorials of me integrating this with my life. And I don't want to be the face of everything. I get a little bit of stage fright. I'm not a shy person, but I do get a little bit of stage fright. So I can actually implement everything on my end and show people how quick and easy it is to integrate it in your life.
Okay.
And it just stopped recording.
yep, I just saw the light go out. So
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm new to the company, but I think it's going to be, it's very nice. It's a good product
Yeah.
that I have to give to people, and it can streamline your life and make everything a little bit easier for
all
you.
right. I have a feeling you have other stuff going on. Is there anything else you want to tell us about?
Well, I'm a dancer at Crazy Horse 3 and at Honeys and Rhino and Hippo. I just am a kind of a freelancer.
That sounds like it keeps you very busy.
Yeah, I have Blonde Babe Media, which I'm launching right now, and I do have some spicy sites, but I'm trying to get away from that and trying to get into the tech world because I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from the Silicon Valley.
Okay.
I grew up on my computer, and I love computers. I'm into day trading. I want to be a funded day trader. And so I'm just trying to get some income from home where I can meet people, learn about their companies, and help them make it faster.
Fantastic. Is this your first Tech Alley?
It is. It is.
What do you think?
I love it. I've met a lot of good connections, met a lot of good people.
That's what it's all about. Tech Alley is great for making new connections.
Yeah,
So
thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
thank you for joining us today. I look forward to connecting with you.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, these are the Meta glasses. So I'm trying to get content for him and trying to create. I've never done any of this stuff. I'm kind of new to it.
That's
I've
okay.
done Airbnb. I've done Turo. I had a house cleaning business.
Mm-hmm.
I was a brand ambassador for liquor, beer, and wine for 15 years. Been a dancer for 5, and now I'm just getting into the AI stuff and trying to figure out where my flow is online.
All right. Well, it sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Thank
I
you for joining
appreciate
us.
you.
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead and tag me. Okay. Okay. I'm good. No, I'm good. That's all right. You want to come up? Hey, how are you? Was it Kyle? Yeah, have a seat. We're good. Kyle, what do you have? What do you want to tell us about today? Is this your first Tech Alley?
It is actually, yeah. So I came to Las Vegas last year.
Okay.
Decided that business, enterprising, it's a place to do business, right? You can just sit down and have a conversation with people at the bar, at the club. What do you do for business?
Yep.
So mine is specifically data ongoing. I'm a managing partner of it,
Okay.
and we specialize in general ledger activity using NetSuite and AI.
Okay.
So optimizing things through the throughput of like COGS and revenue,
Mm-hmm.
inventory, getting all your product out the door to the customers with complete satisfaction.
Okay. How did you get into this?
So it's a very technology centric position, and I've always had a computer in my life. And when I got to NetSuite, I started learning about relational tables and how the customer relates to the invoice. And you can make all these complicated joins of information, like who paid you late, how often do they take to pay, what's the total value of your invoice, right? And I saw that concept really explained to me in the technology world, and so I was able to just start combining computer concepts, business concepts, and start consulting with people and say, how efficient do you want to get your machine to give all your customers, like Amazon, right?
Yep.
You order with Amazon. They
I ordered a bunch of stuff yesterday.
yeah, they never change your order after the fact. They tell you when it's not going to come. That's what most businesses dream of, but that takes a really qualified system. So I help people with NetSuite specifically get to that point.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
What brought you down to Tech Alley? Was there something specific, or was just, hey, we heard about it, it sounds cool?
Yeah. It's just I heard about it being in Vegas. I was right in the neighborhood. I'm like, well, if it's right there, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go see all these entrepreneurs, all these people just talk about their business. So
Oh, fantastic. So
Yeah.
did you go to one of the morning talks?
I actually got here kind of late, so I'm
Okay.
going to stick around for the AI one and technology.
Okay, yeah, no, there's going to be some good stuff. Josh is doing 2 more AI. Matt Renzi did an AI talk first thing this morning. Josh Stacy, I believe, is doing 2 more AI talks today.
Okay.
And then Mike Wilson's doing some crypto stuff. Acacia's got her talk. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming up later today. So,
okay.
so you're certainly not going to miss out. And I'm going to make my plug here for it. If you miss a talk, if you can't make it down here to Tech Alley in person to see the talks, or you don't get down here for the morning session, they record all of the talks. So if you're watching this on the Tech Alley YouTube channel, come back to the Tech Alley YouTube channel in a few days over the course of the next couple weeks. All the talks from today will be up, and all the talks from previous Tech Alleys are up. Yeah. So, and if you're not watching this on the Tech Alley YouTube channel, if you're watching on one of my channels, that's okay. You won't find those talks on my channels, but you will find them on the Tech Alley YouTube channel.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Have you used AI in your business for the podcast or anything like that?
If that computer weren't doing this right now, there'd be 17 AI agents just doing stuff.
Oh, really?
So I switch that whole computer over to a profile that just does the video, so that it's not being distracted by other things. So we keep our video quality as high as we can with the limitations of the Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. So we basically I get rid of all the distractions for this computer when I'm doing this.
Okay.
And then, but as soon as I restart that computer and put it on this other profile, Claude will say, "Oh, we were supposed to be doing stuff for the last 6 hours."
Okay. Yeah.
So, and it will get to it.
Yeah. So you're a big fan of Claude.
I just started using it a couple months ago, but I have found for the things I'm doing, it's super, super capable.
Okay, yeah.
And Cowork is great. I actually shifted. I was doing Notion for a while.
Okay.
And because I found Claude to be so effective, I actually just migrated all of my tasks that were in Notion AI over
Yeah.
to Claude.
Okay.
And Claude still integrates with Notion great. So it's still putting all the stuff in my Notion databases and all that, keeping it current.
Thank you.
All right, we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. The internet went a little goofy on us. I'm not sure what happened. I have no idea if we're getting the recordings from the first half of what we were doing today. It's live without a net, always here at Tech Alley when we do this. So apologies if you've been staring at a blank screen or a frozen image for the last 10 minutes or so. But we're back, and I'm back here with Acacia Thornton. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Acacia
Nailed it.
Thornton. She's doing. You're relatively new to speaking at Tech Alley. This is like your third or fourth month.
That's correct. I believe it's my 4th month. Yes.
I pay attention because I sit here and I read the agenda like 17 times a day when we're doing this. But tell us about what your talk is going to be about today, and then we'll get into your background and how you ended up joining us here at Tech Alley.
Absolutely. So one thing that's a really big deal for me that I think is important to
Get
all
closer to
business
this microphone too.
is that the idea that contracts aren't legal documents. They're business documents that happen to be legally binding. And so all of my talks stem from that idea. This idea that we don't file these with the government. Courts are probably never going to see them. No police officer is going to ask you for it. Instead, you go to it when you want to navigate your business, build better relationships, increase revenue, scalability, sell, IPO. The contracts are what matter. So today's talk is about doing all of those considerations, but when your clients or your vendors are in other countries.
Okay. The way I always look at contracts, because again, like unless you end up in court, no one sees them. So the way I look at it, and I come from a military background where like our integrity and the commitments we make to each other are really important. And that's what I look at contracts are, is like we're making commitments to each other. I'm going to do stuff. You're going to do stuff. We're going to do stuff together. There may be some third parties involved, but these are the commitments we're making to each other. And we're just writing it down so we don't forget.
That's really important, but there's more to your business model than individual transactions.
Okay.
One of the things that really frustrates me, being an attorney of 15 years, is how much of the industry was about you have a contract to protect yourself, defend yourself, keep your intellectual property yours. But exactly what you just said, you don't have business relationships so you can protect, defend,
Right.
and you want them to be an opportunity of success for both parties. And so I flipped the switch on everything, from the intellectual property, the warranties, the cap on liability, but most importantly, the relationship dynamics. I have successfully helped hundreds of business owners create better relationships with their clients simply by using 2 or 3 sentences in the
Okay.
contract.
Fantastic. So how did you come to be doing this? How did you come to be speaking at Tech Alley on these topics?
So I'm a little bit of a tech nerd. I didn't get to learn coding growing up, but I totally had that engineer mind. I understand code when I read it. It's the way my mind works. I love playing with technology. I loved the Legos and the Connect sets and setting all that up as a kid. But then I went on to have a business degree and I did business consulting. And then I went to law school and these things. And I was like, there's that passion point, that passion point that isn't integrated. So my entire career for about 20 years now has been all about IP-based businesses.
Okay.
I went on to work for Fortune 500s that are data, information all over the globe, software and consulting on that. I worked back when crowdsourcing was new. I was an attorney for a mapping company where that was their primary way of getting information and then licensing the maps out to businesses. Some of the biggest names, UPS, FedEx, Meta, all of them use their maps. And it was based on crowdsourcing when, well, what is that? Was still a question.
Very cool. And so how did you find out about Tech Alley? Because you've been here a couple of months, so.
Tech Alley. How did I find out about Tech Alley? I think when I first moved here, I moved here to Vegas about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I immediately jumped into the small business scene. And I became really good friends with some of the people at the Small Business Development Center, the SBDC.
And they immediately, from our first conversation, were like, you need to start speaking on what you do. And they hired me to start speaking to their business owners. And when you just become part of the community, you get introduced to these people. And Caitlin over there at the SBDC, she's like, you've got to know Josh. I have to introduce you to. And the rest is history.
Well, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. So what are don't give the whole thing away because we want people to come down to see the talk today.
Yes.
But what are actually before we get into the highlights, stick around. What are some of the other talks you've given here at Tech Alley?
Oh, yeah. The very first one I did was called Revenue Rise. It's about increasing revenue and scalability with your customers without increasing pricing, without increasing costs, without even increasing client acquisition. Nothing more than your existing relationships. What can we do to increase the revenue? And a lot of the business owners that come out of that, like process and understanding, they 3 to 10 times the revenue from it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. So today's talk, give us one or two highlights, some reasons people should come down, especially if you're a small business owner, why you should come down and see this talk.
Well, I think one of the biggest things as well, English is the language of business. There's a lot more than the same words when we cross borders. Culture is different. The governments are different. The way things are handled are different. Even down to what is a strike versus not a strike. Holidays. We consider what's prioritized, timeliness of things differently. And we know these individually. If you've ever traveled to another country, you see what's the same and what's different. And so the opportunities to build business together, writing things down in English isn't enough for success. And in fact, it can become a little troublesome and block you out of certain countries if you don't do it right.
Yeah, we found when I was deployed to Iraq, I was working on foreign military sales, the F-16 program for the F-16s we were selling the Iraqis, and we definitely had to learn the culture and the ways that in the Middle East they do business very differently. And I remember I was meeting with the Minister of Communication. He had a project he wanted to do, and he wanted to ask me for money from my program because it would support my program. Would I give him funding for this program because it would support my program? And I was like, yeah, sure, that's a no-brainer. But they do things a lot slower, and they base things a lot more on personal relationships. So over the course of like a month, we ended up having like 4 meetings where I would go over, see him, just sit with him, and we would have tea and we would have cookies, and he would just ask me where I'm from and what's your family like and how's your family? You're over here, you're all those things. And I was like, guy, come on. I already told your American counterpart I would do this. We can get this done today. But we probably had 4 or 5 meetings just chatting before he felt comfortable coming to me with that ask.
And that's just the trust building part, right? Now, once the business has the relationship, you're going to be doing this for 1, 2, 3, 5 years, relying on the words of that piece of paper.
Yep.
Because if there's questions on either side's countries, either side's government's laws, either side's business, currency crises happen, things like this, you're doing just fine today, but somehow the other side is having a horrible day, or vice versa.
Okay.
And we have to adjust and adapt to these things. But if we don't give ourselves the permissions we need as business owners on the paper, you're actually in violation of the contract. You didn't mean to. You could have seen it coming. Just need 1 or 2 sentences. It doesn't have to be a lot. But just thinking about these things ahead of time, make sure that the whole relationship goes smoothly.
And that's why you need to come down and see Acacia's talk today at 2:45. 2:45.
Theater
I don't have the theater in front of me, but I will give you guys the rundown of what's happening today in just a little bit. So, all right. Is there anything else you want to leave us with?
No, if you have not been to Tech Alley, you definitely need to be here and come more than once because every month is different. The people are different, the crowd, the environment, the talks, the expertise that's in the room is so amazing month over month. I just love being here.
Yep. Yeah. So don't take my word for it. Listen to her. Come on down here if you coming down today or coming down next month. If you're not in Las Vegas and you're coming to Las Vegas and you can plan your trip around the 3rd Saturday of the month, come down and join us. Look in that camera. Tell everybody where they can reach you if they want to get in touch.
Absolutely. My name is Acacia Thornton, a longtime business attorney and revenue structurist. I am at CEOlegalcoach.com. That's CEOlegalcoach.com.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, I think we might be getting some other announcements or another talk going on here in the room. So I'm going to take we're just going to take a little pause for a bit. I'm going to see if I can let things settle out just a little bit, so we're not competing with another presentation that's going on in the same room. So just sit tight. If you want to go grab something for lunch, it's lunchtime here. That's why you're probably hearing some of the background noise. These mics are pretty good. As much as they try to screen the background noise, they pick up a lot of it sometimes. So anyway, if you're still watching, keep watching. We'll be back. We're just going to take a little pause, and I'll be back with more great folks to talk about what's going on here at Tech Alley today. All right, so I got the word. Yes, Nick from Skilled is going to give another presentation in this dining room in just a couple of minutes. So we're gonna let that get through so that we're not trying to do interviews and fighting with the background noise of that. So please stick with us. We love having you here. It'll be a few minutes, and then what I'm going to try to do after Nick's done his presentation, I'm going to try to get him on here to tell you the same thing he was telling everybody else who's in the room here today. So sit tight. Thank you so much for joining us. Love having you.
Pardon guys, excuse me. I haven't had a presentation just for a few minutes. Also, I have a quick update regarding what is going on with the students. Right here, or from the international website. I know it's just going to say for days and whatever. But we're actually doing some prizes, some contests, and if you place first, second, or third, you get $125, $100, or $50, depending on first, second, or third place. Now, if you want to enter the contest, we would love to have everyone enter. All you have to do is scan the QR code with myself or my colleague or welcome them. So you can scan that, get to this for next year. And you bring it directly to the match. And all you have to do is play. Whoever matches to both places first. We're going to find you and we write you a gift card. So in first place, it's $125, second place is $100, and third place is $50. And just for good measure, we also have medium, large, and extra large shirts for every one of you, regardless of your paying rate. So we just want to thank Tech Alley for having us for today. And we're going to connect them in other different ways, or whether it be for a shirt. Or maybe even some tenant acquisition. But we're also encouraged the right to have your right here will be on grace and to up. And we hope works to do some service if we're going to take all of it. So thank you everyone. Have a good stick around.
All right, I didn't even look to see if anybody's watching right now, but if you are watching, we're just going to sit tight so Nick from Skills can give his presentation in this room. So we're not trying to interview somebody while there's a bigger, loud presentation going on. So if you're here for live from Tech Alley, want to see what's going on in downtown Las Vegas at the Tech Scene and the Tech Alley event today, just sit tight. We'll be back with more interviews, more discussions with people. All right, so as I said, we're gonna pause our interviews for just a little bit. Actually, what I'll do while you guys are watching, we'll stop when Nick starts, but and you will probably be able to hear what Nick is saying, which is cool. And I'm going to try to get him on here after we talk. But let me give you the rundown of what is happening. So we're at lunch right now, as I've mentioned before. If you come down to Tech Alley, register for Tech Alley, you get a free lunch from Taverna Costera. They do a great job. It looks delicious, smells delicious. I haven't gotten over to get any yet. I'm going to try to get over there in just a bit. It's always incredible. But if you come down to Tech Alley, you get registered for Tech Alley. You can register when you're here. You just got to scan the QR code. You get a free lunch on Taverna Costera, and we'll be doing that for probably about another 20 or 30 minutes. So get on down here if you're in Las Vegas and you're interested in tech, AI, crypto, God, we've talked about so many things today, the entrepreneurship side, the investor side, the business side of what's going on, Python, coding, hardware, software, whatever you're into. If you're into tech, come on down, meet the amazing people. We've had a couple of them on. It's been fantastic talking to them. I hope you guys reach out, find them online, connect with all of them, and come on down here every third Saturday of the month. Join us at Tech Alley in downtown Las Vegas. We're at 3rd Street, Vegas. They're the location. They're the sponsor. We are at the corner. You can't see it, but we are at the corner of Gas and 3rd Street here in downtown Las Vegas. I'm looking around. I'm seeing plenty of free parking over on the side streets. So don't worry about parking. If you're in Las Vegas, you understand how parking's a challenge in downtown Las Vegas. Don't worry about any of that. There's plenty. Let's see what else. So, yeah, let me get back to that rundown for you before Nick gets talking, and then I'm going to see if I can throw him on here with us. But in the meantime, so we're at lunch right now. Like I said, come down, get a free lunch. If you can't make it today, come join us next month. If you're not in Las Vegas, but you're coming to Las Vegas and you're going to be here over the 3rd Saturday of the month, we would love to see you here at Tech Alley on the 3rd Saturday of the month. So coming up for the 115 talks today, Mike Wilson, our good friend Mike Wilson from Vegas Crypto Group. Hopefully we can get him on here today before he goes in and does his talk. Let's see. Josh Stacy's doing an AI workshop in Theater 2. Adam Englander is doing Las Vegas Python meetup in Theater 3. Nick Ayler has another skills presentation in Theater 4 at 1:15. And our good friend Maria Cristidi with the Amazon Web Services user group is in Theater 7. That's all happening at 1:15. That's about 20 minutes from now. We're getting close to it. So, and then the second round of talks, 2:45. Acacia Thornton, we just had her on, got a little preview of what we're going to see there today. Confidence, contracts, and crossing borders. Business considerations when your clients are abroad. Good friend Acacia Thornton joined us today. She's in Theater 1. Josh Stacy has another AI workshop in Theater 2. I don't know if that's just going to be one big workshop or two separate things. You're going to have to come on down to find out. And then Nick Ayler is doing another skills. They're not really presentations, they're like gaming. And we're going to try to get him on here to talk about what they've got going on. Hey, Nick, are you getting ready to do a thing? Yeah. Okay, cool. You want what? Another show. You want to jump on before you jump on there and tell us what skills is and what you have going on? You got it. I just want to catch you before you go into your next thing. So. All right. Well. Skills. They're big here today. They're the new sponsor for Tech Alley, and I got a shirt. So super happy about that. We're going to get Nick on to tell you about what Skills is, what's happening here today. So he's going to give his talk. I'm gonna shut up so that he can do that, and you guys can probably hear a little bit about what's going on. So sit tight. We will be back. I'm probably just going to sit right here. So. Hey, how are you? We're just still waiting because I think Nick's gonna do a quick thing just so we're not competing with the PA system while we're doing interviews. But yeah, what was your name? Jason? Also Jason. Yeah. Come on back. We're gonna get Nick. He's gonna do that. So I'm gonna get Nick on here real quick, and then we'll get you on right after Nick. We can bring you back on. No, not right now. I'm gonna do something, but. Woo. Hey, for the folks who are hanging in while we're on this little pause, thank you so much for sticking with us. We've got lots more great folks to talk to in just a little bit. We're just trying to let some of the other events that are happening in this room take precedence, so that we're not competing. Our folks aren't trying to compete with the loud noise of the other presentations that are going on in here. So, but hoping to bring Nick from Skills here with you real quick. Hoping to bring on Mike Wilson from Vegas Crypto Group on here before he goes into his next talk. And then there's a bunch of other folks who want to jump on and join us. So we are going to keep doing these interviews, keep talking to people until there's no more people who want to talk to us. So we're just going to keep it going and just sit tight. Thank you so much for hanging in here while we're doing this pause, and hope to be able to bring Nick to you really, really quickly. Hey, how you doing? Still doing them. We're taking a pause right now. Nick's going to get on the microphone here, and so we're just waiting to let that all resolve itself, and then we'll get people back on talking. So, what have you been up to? Surgery this year. You're what? Oh my God. You look like you're doing okay. Up and about. That's all. I mean, I know what it's like to be in surgery, and that getting up and about is kind of hard sometimes. So.
I used to have here,
Mm-hmm.
and when I surgery, which I had on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
was guy taking wire from my leg.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad to see you're back up and about. That's pretty quick after.
Yeah, I've had an interesting year.
I bet.
Well, not only did I back, but in September, they did a CT scan. They did a and they said in the recent vicinity. And I think on September 2.
Oh wow. Glad to see you're out with us still. So
I
yeah.
I mean, I actually, you know what my police station is?
But what?
One block west, which after the bus stop, I have a typewriter.
Yeah.
That's where this car. That's crossing. You know that 15 block. Yes, how long it takes me to be 90% covered?
I have no idea.
2 hours. My mom's brother did it. Then I didn't miss any. I didn't miss any.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I mean, I don't want to say you're okay, but I'm glad you have recovered from all of it. Yeah.
Trying to figure out because it's like basically normally it's like when I left it statin for at cholesterol levels. Before they started, I got pepper gas. And so they want your LDL levels confirmed.
Right.
And you got blood clot problems. So before they even started me on the set, before they even started,
Yep.
it's like soon as it's like that, like really do it. Like say,
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The next meeting will be starting in roughly 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Make sure now. Come check us out. Amazing presentations. I'll continue one. James T. Brewer will be playing 4. Jason Luke, the new leadership, and his live podcast. So if you want to check in with him, don't worry. If you want the skills, you want the skills in the currency. All right, guys, don't forget to check that out. That's and we're going to talk more about that. Finish it up, finish the conversation.
All right. Well, it looks like I think we are going to be able to pick up our interviews again in just a minute or two here. I'm going to see if I can get Mike over here before he runs off to do his talk. Oh, hang on. We're going to get some other announcements here. Stand by.
$100 in profit. Turn your skills into currency and keep it forward. I'd like to see you there.
I think it'll probably be okay to jump in right now. I want to try to catch Mike and Nick before they go into the next round of talks. But if we don't catch, if they got to go, like I think Mike's walking out of here because their talks are starting in 5 minutes. So yeah, go ahead and sit down. We'll get started and.
How's everything been, man?
It's been okay. We had the internet cut out like in the middle of the stream. Hey,
You know Joe Brown?
no,
Joseph W. Brown?
I don't know him personally. No.
You know him, right?
Yeah.
He only has a monthly business luncheon.
Yep. You gave me your card. I gave you mine. You're gonna send me the info.
Yeah, I'll send you that.
Okay, great. Thanks. No, yeah, I'm definitely interested. And then I got the Instagram about the Friday thing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go this time, but I'll get it on my calendar for like the next one.
Yeah, June's pretty. She has a good little.
Okay. Cool. All right. Good to see you. Yeah, so we had the internet just kind of like went out in the middle of the stream in the middle of while I was talking to someone. So we had to like reset the router and all that kind of stuff, but hopefully we're good for the rest of it. So
Yeah.
So you have some exciting stuff going on. Tell everybody who you are and what you have going on.
I'm Richard Contreras, and Air Force veteran. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been a jet fighter mechanic for actually probably about a third of my life now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we kind of work with AI, Edge AI, and we solve problems for the Department of War, and our business is focused on scaling human wisdom to maintain jet fighters at scale.
Yeah, so because of my time in the Air Force and working not as a maintainer, but working with jets, working with pilots, working with flight line stuff for the projects we were doing, I understand what the challenges are. Explain to everybody what the challenges are of this human knowledge. Why is this so important? Because in the even Air Force folks are going, well, wait, don't we have tech orders? The tech orders are supposed to tell everybody what to do. Why do we need this human knowledge?
Yeah, it's like a pretty interesting problem. And if we kind of think back to kind of like the Industrial Revolution, it was all about kind of controlling kind of processes at scale.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of needed that to, we were making Ford Model Ts, and Ford, for example, needed to kind of, it was very kind of a time, they were dishing out so many Model Ts, and they needed to, they needed people that really kind of didn't think, but just kind of did things, and just kind of happened at scale. It was for productivity.
Right.
That was important back then. But as kind of time went on, especially when you kind of put a product out now it's Ford Model T's out in the world, like the conditions that were perfect for a factory aren't perfect for kind of sustainment. So as kind of time went on, like people figured out ways to kind of sustain it, or sustain an aircraft, sustain cars, sustain massive boats outside of like the factory in the perfect conditions that they were designed for.
One thing that's really important to understand, especially for Air Force aircraft, is we do these big production runs of them, right? I mean, depending on the jet, hundreds and hundreds of these jets, right? And it goes on for years. And sometimes in the middle of a production run, because we learned something from the field, they make a change in the production run, right? And so what works on tail number 001 doesn't necessarily work on tail number 355, right?
And then as time goes on, tail 355 caught fire. It needed a custom repair. When that custom repair, nothing was documented. So now a new maintainer approaching this aircraft sees things that are in a different place, in a different position, and the technical data that's very rigid, which is kind of also like a byproduct of the Industrial Revolution. It's very rigid. It doesn't change throughout the year. So like it's when the mechanics encounter these new problems, they kind of have really different expectations about what the technical data says and what's actually in front of their face.
And especially the young folks, right? Because we train them, they go to what's called tech school, and we tell them in tech school, the tech order tells you how to do it. Don't do it different than the tech order.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you have been out there as a more senior maintainer, and you've had to tell the young kids, like, yes, always follow the tech order, except on tail number 355, and only give it 3/4 of a turn, don't give it a full turn. And they go, well, the tech order says give it a full turn. I'm going to give it a full turn. And then something breaks and you have to go repair it. And again, you go, that's why on 355, we only give it 3/4 of a turn, right?
Yeah. So it's obviously like more people kind of start maintaining these systems, and they start accumulating and pulling kind of like this knowledge.
certain airframes, even a certain specific aircraft itself
Yep.
that's maybe been through war, been through some crazy scenario that normally that knowledge doesn't. Engineering kind of keeps track of that knowledge, but it doesn't come down to like the specific maintainers that kind of deal with it day in day out. So this was kind of like a bottleneck that I kind of realized when I was in the Air Force myself, that this kind of knowledge not only kind of stayed siloed within the specific units themselves, but even within shops, within the people working on them, with even friends themselves, that they would pull up this kind of knowledge to fix the system. And when the maintainers left, when they changed shifts, or they just straight up forgot about I forgot to give you this tip because I totally forgot that it existed. It
Well,
started
you go on autopilot, right?
Yeah,
You spent a year and a half working on 355. You know when you go, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
3/4 a turn, not a full turn, and I'm on to the next thing, right? You don't even think about it anymore.
or like, hey, it's been missing a nut plate here. Like, no need to freak out about it.
Yeah.
You never know, but
Right, and that's another thing that's important in like during the Cold War when we had hundreds and hundreds of jets and we could just like let them sit and that kind of thing. Like we don't throw out a $50 million jet because we don't have the nut plate for it, right? And we don't not fly that jet if it's safe to fly because we don't have the nut plate for it because we don't have that. We can't afford to just sit an aircraft because it's missing a part that's not essential for safety or operations. We can't do it, and that's why this knowledge is important.
yeah. So this knowledge was kind of pivotal through. The more I kind of kept thinking about it, the more I kept working on aircraft, the more I kind of like, hey man, why do we continue to kind of have these problems that were solved at some point by either us or like a prior generation of mechanics? Because some of these aircraft have been they've been flying for like over 40 years, 50 years. And every time that we approach a job, it feels like we're learning it for the first time every time. So that was kind of like the aha moment for me. Like, how can we kind of trap this kind of wisdom, this knowledge to kind of maintain these very specific systems? And how can we scale it to the people that need that specific wisdom at the point that they're about to do that
Right.
job? And I approached it from kind of like that problem, and it just kind of led me on kind of this whole kind of journey this entire year.
Yep.
Starting at Tech Alley, meeting co-founders throughout the community, meeting startup NV veteran cohorts. And when we kind of started iterating on this problem, we started to kind of find the limitations of technology, of where it did things really well and where it kind of didn't do things really well. Like, for example, ChatGPT, like it wasn't just a simple ChatGPT wrapper type of solution.
Right.
Because in a regulated environment, you need to have maximum traceability for where you're getting your answers.
Hang on, let's pause that thought for just a second while they do an announcement. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. It has been a while. Are you sticking around for a bit? And where? Well, I'm glad to have you back. Okay. Yeah, no, if you wanna jump on the stream after he's done and we can get caught up, we can do that too. Okay. Cool. All right. So you were saying it wasn't a solution that just lent itself to, an enterprising young airman or sergeant plugging stuff into ChatGPT or even creating a wrapper to go around one of the kind of commercially available models.
Right. So when you're working with like a regulated industry, you don't go fast and like break stuff. They hate that altogether.
Well, I mean, you can do that once.
You could.
You can do it once, and then you don't have a contract anymore.
Yeah. So I'm like, how do you kind of approach this problem that we're kind of having in a responsible manner, in a manner that is actually answering what they're kind of telling you about what's important to them, listening to the customers, and ultimately kind of doing it in a kind of a novel way. So that was a kind of whole journey in itself. where how do you approach determinism? How do we design for maximum traceability in the data that we're collecting to kind of fix these systems? And luckily, I met my co-founder here. We have
The power of Tech Alley. Get on down here.
we have a very kind of pragmatic answers when we reach the limit of what probability could kind of do for us. We kind of had the option where like we either stop what we're doing now because the technology isn't feasible, or we take it in a direction that hasn't been taken before, and we take a big shot at solving it in a way that's never been approached before or solved before. So that's kind of what we're doing now. We had to go down to the level of ontology, which is how
you think about thinking about things.
Yeah. We come out with our own philosophical papers that are kind of the framework for how our model works, which is it's so dense, it's so philosophical, and it's a very hard read for people that aren't used to reading a philosophy book. But that's kind of the approach that we had to take to kind of solve this problem. We had to design the framework from scratch. We had to create a framework for how people think and observe the world.
Right. You had to the maintenance all aviation maintenance. It is its own culture. It's its own ecosystem. And you had to, and it's not an ecosystem like most ecosystems where someone sat down and wrote the rules of the ecosystem out beforehand. It's grown and developed over decades. And that's what you had to capture in order to lay the foundation for any of this to work. You had to understand, and then the military aviation ecosystem inside the Air Force is a whole smaller but has more intersecting and interlocking pieces because of the operations piece and the military culture piece and all of that. So you really did have to go do some research in how does this community work? How do individuals in this community work with each other? How do they work with the larger community as a whole?
Yeah, so that's absolutely it. It was as much like a social and philosophical kind of approach as well as a mathematical and kind of data approach. And that's what's been actually kind of really fun about what we do, that nothing was off the table. And we had to write a dense philosophical paper. We wrote it. we needed to go that direction, and we needed to find, like I said, the limit of what current technology does and take a bold shot at it, something that even if it doesn't pan out in the long run, like we need to have an answer, or we just accept that this is the reality that it's never going to happen, and we couldn't accept that. Yep. Like this problem is too important for the people that I love, the maintainers.
Yeah.
It's too important for the Air Force. It's very important that I solve it in my own way, and I get to kind of work with the people that are kind of, hey man, let's get after it, man. I see why it's important to you. I see why we need this level of rigor. I know why it's important to the Air Force. I know why it's important to you. Like, as long as we have that in mind from the beginning, like, hey man, let's take a few chances and let's make it work.
And so the great thing is you didn't just stop at writing the philosophical paper. You turned this into a product.
Yep.
And you have a couple of pilot programs going on now. I think the last you and I talked, which was not on this screen, you had just started a new pilot program. And tell us what you're doing, who you're working with to the extent you can, and what you have going on with the company, and then what's coming up for the future.
Yeah, so our pilot was kind of, the good thing about kind of working in this very niche space is that it's kind of dual use, right? Similar problems that the Department of War or the military has. Maintainers are maintainers. They could go from one airframe to the other. They know the fundamentals of how to turn wrenches. That's the nice part. Where it gets kind of nuanced is when they go to a airframe, you got to learn. It takes years to learn it.
Yep.
So, but the lessons are the same. A mechanic can, as long as you're like a decent mechanic, you know righty tighty, lefty loosey. You can go from military aircraft and learn on a Cessna, and fundamentally it's the same thing. It's just really nuanced, like I said. And so because of this, our technology is kind of a dual use thing. And
we're able to kind of build with that in mind. We have we could approach small shops in the North Las Vegas airport, for example, that do similar type of work, and we have a pool of people that are helping us kind of with iteration, with questions, with like, hey, what's working, what's not working, and it gives it a really fast feedback loop for our product. And we in turn kind of take those same lessons, and now we could apply it in a similar context, separate data altogether. You kind of mix the data, but the underlying philosophy and the framework is similar, just different constraints altogether, different security concerns. So that's kind of been a really kind of big help for us. We're applying thanks to Innovate NV. They taught me how to write proposals for the Department of War and DARPA. So
Shout out Innovate NV, Founder NV, Startup NV, and all the blank NV family.
And Kara, she helped me out so much.
She's great.
Yeah. They taught me how to fish. So now now I know how to write proposals. Now I know how to kind of put our best foot forward as a company about what we're working on, what tech we're working on, and why it's important. So now we're gonna submit our first one on Sunday, and we'll see how it goes. We'll
good luck.
Find out in September.
Yeah.
And then on the military side, we develop really good partnerships with prime contractors that kind of work on military aviation sustainment. So in like a nutshell, they're like, we could actually use their products. So like we can't fund like the research because that's not how our business operates. But,
Right.
But
this could give a contractor who does military maintenance contracts, it could give them a huge competitive advantage.
Right.
When they're competing for, those contracts come up, it depends on the contract, but 5 years, 10 years, they're long contracts and they're high stakes when they compete for them. So
yeah. So just kind of to be in that room, kind of part of a team, right? Now it's like a team of people or companies like going after kind of big contracts. So like just to be like a little part of that, like I'd be more than happy.
Cool.
Man. So
it's really it's all blowing up since we first talked about it a year and a half ago, maybe.
So much, man. And the funny part is, so I was talking to kind of my old boss who I used to work under, and he works for like a prime contractor, so he's who I met with, and I was telling him like so many times how I wanted to kind of quit and just kind of call him back and ask him for my job back. And he's like, you know what? If you would have called me asking for a job back, I wouldn't have let you come back because you need to kind of figure this out.
Life as an entrepreneur. I think we all think about quitting entrepreneurship and going back and getting a regular job at least once a day.
Yeah. And so I'm glad I kind of stuck with it. And we kind of figured out how resilient we really are as a company, and how when we're kind of just focused in on a problem, like everything else you kind of get tunnel vision, because you really want to solve like a big problem for the people that you care about. And we also have like a UNLV internship pipeline that's going to start in the fall semester.
Fantastic.
NVIDIA contacted us and they're interested in our model. So
That's great. That's
good,
really
man.
exciting.
Yeah, so it's cool, man. It's
congratulations. Let's congratulate. And you guys are really just at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about a lot of success in the last, few months, year and a half, but you're really still just getting started on this journey.
Yeah.
You have a lot more success to come.
Yeah, like it is sometimes like as an entrepreneur, it's kind of like really hard to kind of pat yourself on the back or like kind of look back on the journey, but that's like such a necessary part of it. Because like I said, I wanted to quit when I kind of first started. When I first met you, like my idea was like totally different.
Oh, you were looking at a couple of different ideas for companies when we first met.
Yeah, and just kind of like during that time when like I told her that I wanted to kind of like go back to my old job, I kind of really had to dig into kind of what I really, really knew and cared about as far as like the military sustainment and military aviation, and just kind of digging into that altogether made the biggest difference altogether, because I already knew the problem. I lived the problem. I worked in 120-degree heat.
Mm-hmm.
I know why it hurt, and being able to explain to people why like this hurts, it it opens up doors and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you have anything else big coming up you want to share with us, or anything you want to leave us with?
Anything big? I mean,
Not that you're not already doing big stuff.
well, like applying for like the DARPA contract was like a really kind of big deal for me altogether
Yeah,
because like
that's huge.
it was like a culmination of like not just like the tech, but the company and the people behind it. You had to kind of tell the story.
Well, and you can't mess around with DARPA. I've done some work with DARPA. I actually applied when I was in the Air Force to be a DARPA Projo, and I didn't get it. But like they have good questions. They ask hard questions, and they aren't messing around. They will poke holes in what you're doing.
So I'm looking forward to that, man. Like it's the first time, like, yeah, man, it's exciting, man. Like it was exciting to like just kind of build on something for a year with your friends and just like, hey, man, this proposal is the culmination of like this year of work that we've been doing. Where this is the direction that we want to take it. This is how we commercialize it, and all that is just a lot of work altogether. So it's
Well, now the nice thing is, no matter what comes from DARPA, you get it, you don't get it, it's all fine. You're going to get some feedback from them, and that's just going to make the questions they're going to ask you are going to make your work rock solid going forward.
yeah. So that's the part that I'm like really excited about. Up until now, it's been kind of a process of iteration and feedbacks. And this is kind of going to be no different. It's just that, hey man, I've never thought I'd be in my life putting in a proposal for DARPA.
Yeah,
but it just happened to line up.
Some of the
this time.
smartest people in the world are going to be looking at your proposal. They're going to be asking you questions and helping you make something great out of it.
Yeah, and I think the last thing I kind of want to leave with this is that a big part of the DARPA proposal is the community that's behind the entrepreneurs. So I had the privilege to talk about the entire like ecosystem here that's kind of been supporting me this entire year, from all the veteran Warrior Rising veteran cohorts to all the kind of funding mechanisms that are available for startups as well too. The people that are reading this DARPA proposal don't know Vegas, so you get a chance to kind of explain like Vegas to them.
Can't wait.
And why it's important.
Can't wait. Last month, a little longer than a month ago, an investment banker in New York had seen some of this stuff we do here at Tech Alley. He'd seen the Vegas Startup Scene Monday show, and he said, I've been looking to find out more about what's going on in Vegas to look for investment opportunities for my clients. And this your show is really helping. You know, I see now what's going on in Vegas, and now I'm turning my attention there. So it's so he came on the other podcast. We did a long interview, but people are starting to take the point is not my show is awesome. The point is people are really starting to notice what's going on in Vegas. I'm excited that you're going to get to go tell DARPA and all of their partners about the great things that are happening here in Las Vegas. We can turn some of that attention onto what's going on here as well.
Don't worry, it was so important to me that I made space in my proposal for that.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I hope DARPA comes and takes a long, hard look at all the things that are going on here and gives us a lot of advice.
Yeah, and this the Las Vegas altogether was just kind of an important place to kind of start for us because in the aviation space we got it all. We got like 2 Air Force bases that do aviation. We have like 3 local airports, and then the Harry Reid International Airport.
Yeah.
So that was you just got to kind of take the journey and put yourself out there and just talk to people, man.
All right.
It's
yeah. So, speaking of talking to people, look over there at that camera. Tell everybody where they can reach you if they want to learn more about the business or about you or just want to connect with you.
You can find me on LinkedIn. It's Richard Contreras, MSBA, on LinkedIn. And my website is called tempestskywise.com.
Yep.
And if that's general information, and it's kind of like a secretive kind of, you don't want to give out too much. So
Well,
it's vague for reasons.
It's the kind of thing we've talked. I mean, look at how much we talked about the philosophy of things. It's not a click for a 7-day free trial thing.
Right.
It's let's have a conversation and make sure this is right for you, the customer, or if you want to be an employee, let's make sure this is right for you. There's conversations that need to be had here, and I mean, I don't want to go out on a limb and speak for you, but I think you're willing to have those conversations with anyone who reaches out.
Right. Absolutely. I love having conversations. Conversations is kind of how this started.
Absolutely.
And how it's gonna keep going.
I remember the veteran entrepreneur events that we started talking about all this a couple of years ago. So
Oh man, yeah. So community is everything. Community is everything now, and it's going to continue to be everything as we kind of continue to move forward.
absolutely, and the community. What I really love is over the last few years, I've really watched the community come together. We're starting to get to the point that people are saying, "Hey, look at that cool thing Richard's doing over there," right? 10 years ago, nobody knew what anybody else was doing.
Yeah.
Now, not only do people know, they're saying, "Look at the cool thing. Oh, I should introduce you to this person."
Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting there. I'm excited.
And shout out to Tech Alley. We get to have crazy conversations about what people are working on, and I'm always thinking about what's right for kind of what we're working on. How can we apply this? How can we think about this moving forward? And
Yeah,
there's no better place than this.
If you're in Las Vegas and you're interested in tech and you're not coming down to Tech Alley, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Mike Wilson's doing a crypto talk right now, and I am sure it is mind blowing what they're talking about in there. Right, Josh Stacy I think is doing an AI talk right now. We have 3. Josh I think is doing 2 of them. 2 AI talks, and Matt Renzi did an AI talk today. The Skills guys, Nick from Skills, they're doing some gaming stuff, and there's prizes and that kind of thing. So, and the folks we've had on here, we have the Ruby conference coming up in July. They came on and talked to us, and there's like an offer for like 50% off to go to the Ruby conference. So,
Oh, man.
So I got to reach out and see if it's at Red Rock. So I got to see if I can get a media pass and do some interviews. Yeah. So, really good stuff happening here. If you're living in Vegas or you're close to Las Vegas, you come to Las Vegas. I'm telling you, you're missing out. There's some amazing talks going on right now. I'm not even in them, and I know they're amazing, right?
Well,
So-
thank you so much for your time, Jason. Thank you for
My
everything you do
pleasure.
here, man.
My pleasure. Thank you for joining us and filling us in on what's going on every
Yeah,
so often.
I mean,
So
definitely more to come. Like it's the dream of mine is to kind of continue to hire veterans in our kind of venture, and maybe be like the first job for veterans out of UNLV. So
Yep.
like that's something that's very important to me. That transition is very hard. So I kind of
Yep.
That's one of the reasons I kind of do this. I want to get people involved, get
Well,
veterans involved.
now that you've got that flywheel turning on your business and you're starting to think about community, I'm going to start hitting you up for a lot more vets and tech stuff as the months come along, and see if we can get you to do some mentoring in vets and tech.
Ah, man, I'd be more than happy, man. More than happy.
So, all right. Well, Richard, thank you so much for
thank you
joining
so
us.
much,
It's
man.
always a pleasure to talk to you. Always excited to hear. Just when I think I understand how far this has gone and how exciting it is, you come in and tell us, "Oh, it's even more than that now. It's crazy exciting now." So,
I mean, like I said, like I live it every day, so like it's kind of hard to it's hard to kind of, as a veteran, even just kind of put yourself out there and like kind of
absolutely.
kind of brag about it.
yeah.
But like the team's tremendous. The people that have kind of like rallied behind us, like
Yeah.
man, it's it couldn't happen without them.
I love it. I love seeing it.
So thank you for everything.
All
man.
right, thank
for
you.
everything you've
Thank you for
done.
joining us.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to talking again in a couple months. So
Yeah,
next
thank
time
you.
we
Thank
see
you.
you.
I'll let you know how the DARPA thing works out.
Yeah, please do. Well, come back next time we see you at Tech Alley. We'll see what we can find out. So, all right. Thank you, Richard, for joining us today. We are in the middle of the second round of talks. I'm looking. I don't see anybody who's anxious to jump on. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna give you guys the rundown of what's going on. And then I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to check the comments. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the rundown of what's happening right now here at Tech Alley. Big picture, we are live from Tech Alley. Tech Alley is the central meetup for all things tech and startup in Las Vegas. It happens the third Saturday of every month here at 3rd Street, Vegas. Coincidentally, on 3rd Street, Vegas, at the corner of Gas Avenue. You guys can't see the street signs, but I promise you they're right over there. So I know exactly where we are. So if you are interested in tech, AI, drones, crypto, anything involved with tech, entrepreneurship, investing, all of that, startups in general, business in general, come on down to Tech Alley. Come down, join us today. If you're in Las Vegas and this stuff sounds good to you, come join us today. We're in the second round of talks. There's one more round of talks after this one that starts at 2:45. I am going to tell you what's happening right now. So if these things sound interesting to you, get down to downtown Las Vegas. There's still, I can see plenty of free parking on the street available. So come on down and join us. Right now, we are in the middle of the second round of talks. As I mentioned with Richard, Mike Wilson is doing the Vegas Crypto Group talk right now in Theater 1. Josh Stacy is doing an AI workshop in Theater 2. Adam Englander is doing the Las Vegas Python meetup in Theater 3. Nick Ayler from Skills, the company Skills, Tech Alley's new sponsor, is in Theater 4 doing some gaming stuff. I believe there are prizes. I'm not sure if there are money prizes, but there are prizes. If you want to come do some gaming and win some prizes, come on down here and check out what's going on with Nick and Skills. And then our good friend Maria Cristidi is hosting the Amazon Web Services user group in Theater 7 right now. So all happening right now. Coming in at 2:45. Last round of talks, 2:45, runs 2:45 to 4 p.m. Confidence, contracts, and crossing borders. Business considerations when your clients are abroad. That's with Acacia Thornton. She was just on a little while ago telling us what that talk was about, telling us about her story to where she got today and how she got connected with Tech Alley. So we are excited to find out more about that. If you're interested in that talk, come on down and join us at 2:45. That's in Theater 1. Josh Stacy, I don't know if it's a continuation or a new AI workshop or a different AI workshop, but Josh Stacy is in Theater 2 at 2:45 doing an AI workshop. And then Nick is also back at 2:45 doing another gaming thing with Skills. Again, I believe there are prizes. Come on down and check it out. And that is going to be in Theater 4. And that is your rundown for what's happening here at Tech Alley for the rest of the day. So I hope we get to see you down here. We're going to continue to talk to people on the interview here. I'm going to take a little break, check a couple of things, and I will be back. All right. Well, I did not realize we are coming up on the time where we pack it up. So I'm going to give it just a couple of minutes. We'll go through the rundown again. We'll do some goodbyes and thank yous. But if no one wants to come join us, we will pack it up for the day. But it's always a privilege, always an honor to be part of Tech Alley here. We'll keep doing this live stream as long as Josh will keep letting us come on and do it. It's almost 2 years. Next month will be 2 years of the live from Tech Alley stream, and that's exciting. Because I pitched this idea to Josh a couple of years ago, and just because I was looking to do more stuff like this, And he said, that's great. We always have envisioned something like this happening at Tech Alley. So it's been great. Josh has been such a gracious host to us, just like Third Street Vegas and Taverna Costera before them were gracious hosts for the Tech Alley event in general. So proud to be part of this. So proud and honored and amazed to see the difference Tech Alley has made in our startup ecosystem, our tech ecosystem, and our business community here in Las Vegas. So it really is just a thrill to be part of this and to bring this to you, and to to share the discussions that we might not get to have all sitting in the talks, watching the talks. So the best part of Tech Alley is the networking, the connections that we make. So I'm really honored to be able to bring kind of that aspect of Tech Alley to you folks who can't be here with us today, and see that this is what goes on at Tech Alley. When you see these conversations going on this screen in front of these microphones, these are the kinds of conversations that are going on all over right now. I'm looking around this restaurant dining room, and there are at least 5 groups of people having these same exact kind of conversations about everything going on. So let me give you the rundown of what's coming on, because you should, if you're in Vegas and you're interested in all of these things, you should come down and see what's going on. We'd love to see you. We'd love to have you down here. So what is coming up? Let me give you the rundown again. It is the second round of talks. They started at 1:15. Our good friend Mike Wilson is doing his Vegas crypto group talk. I don't know what the specific topic is, but he's doing his talk in Theater 1. By the way, we are at 3rd Street Vegas, on the corner of Gas Avenue and 3rd Street in downtown Las Vegas. I see plenty of free parking on the street, so come on down. Don't let parking be a barrier to coming down and joining us. We'd love to see you down here. And so Mike Wilson, good friend Mike Wilson, is doing his Vegas Crypto Group talk. I promise we will get him back on here telling us all the amazing things that Vegas Crypto Group is doing. We get Mike on here every few months, and he gives us the rundown on what he's got going on, what the big, his group Stand With Crypto is involved at the national level, helping craft that legislation that's really bringing crypto to the forefront. So. And making it all happen. So that's what Mike's doing. We look forward to talking to Mike when we get a chance. We'll bring it to you when we can. Our good friend Josh Stacy's in Theater 2 doing an AI workshop. Adam Englander's in Theater 3 doing the Las Vegas Python meetup. Nick Ayler from Skills. I think it's Ayler. Ayler? I don't know. He's in Theater 4. They're doing Skills is doing some gaming, and I believe there are prizes associated with that. So come on down if you want to test your gaming skills and maybe win some prizes. Get on that. That's happening. And then our good friend Maria Cristidi is doing the Amazon Web Services meetup in Theater 7. All happening right now. Started at 1:15, going till about 2:30. And then starting at 2:45 will be the third round of talks, the final round of talks for today. That goes 2:45 to 4 o'clock. Confidence, contracts, and crossing borders, business considerations when your clients are abroad. That's our new friend, Acacia Thornton, who joined us a little earlier on the stream. Gave us a little preview of what that talk is going to be about. So if contracts are part of your life, come on down. It's important stuff, and she's going to give you some insight on that. And then Josh Stacy has another, I don't know if it's the same AI workshop, just running into 2 sessions or a totally different thing. But our good friend Josh Stacy's in Theater 2 doing an AI workshop. And Nick is still in Theater 4 doing some more skills, gaming, and prizes in Theater 4. So, again, it has been an absolute pleasure to bring to you today. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We are always a little bit live without a net here when we do Tech Alley. Mike Wilson, how the heck are you? I was just about to pack all this up. I figured you were in the middle of giving a talk.
I caught you.
He snuck out of his own talk to come talk to us. I told you we were going to bring him to you.
I'm on.
I literally said not 2 minutes ago into that camera, I'm going to bring Mike Wilson to you as soon as I can. If we don't get him this month, we'll get him next month. If we don't get him next month, we'll get him the month after that. But we will make sure that we get caught up with Mike Wilson. And here you are.
Thank you so much, Jason, for coming out and doing this podcast. I absolutely love it, man. Yeah, you do such a great job. And it means so much to the community that you're here. And your sharing on Instagram is consistent and thorough. Mm-hmm. And the clips you share aren't just random clips. I see they're very valuable. Even just the 30-second, 60-second clips.
It's nuggets, yeah.
They're all nuggets of knowledge, guys.
It's either something you can go to this week, or it's either somebody who's doing one of the talks, sharing an insight. or it's somebody like you keeping us up to date on what you're doing. I literally 2 minutes ago was talking about Stand with Crypto and all the great things you guys are doing. But you're telling us not just what you're doing, but what we need to be paying attention to as tech moves forward. You know, not just go get tech because tech is cool. Like, how do we live our lives better with tech? And it kind of hit me as I was talking about this, why I'm so honored to be part of this. This is what Tech Alley is about. The talks are great, the demos are great. That's all fun. But as I was telling, there's 5 other conversations like this one going on in this room right now. And I'm really proud to be able to bring that aspect of Tech Alley to everyone else who can't be here.
Yeah, and that's what's so important is that when people know that we're here, I find I'm just shocked every time I meet someone who's in tech and says, oh, maybe I haven't heard about Tech Alley, or I haven't heard about Vegas Crypto Group, or I haven't heard about Stand with Crypto. And so this is the place. This is the hub. And soon this hub will continue to expand, and Vegas will be known as a tech hub. I have Chris Wright from the AI Trust Council out there doing his presentation right now, so I really only have a minute, but I wanted to thank you for doing such a great job out here and holding it down and making Vegas what it is. Because without people like you showing people that we're out here, it's hard to find those kind of connections. I also wanted to remind people, I just got back from Washington, D.C., congressional meetings on Capitol Hill. I met with Jackie Rosen's office and Catherine Cortez Masto. And what I found is that some of these senators and some of these people, our representatives, are a little bit on the fence because they really don't know that the constituency wants this. And they don't know enough about the technology, so we need to kind of educate them. And that's why I was there. We had 20 different meetings with our senators, 18 different meetings.
This is what it takes.
Exactly. We got to get out there. And I learned a lot. And what I learned was we need you watching at home. We need your voice to be heard. Every voice matters in this fight to keep innovation in America. And that's really what it comes down to, whether it's AI or crypto or whatever it is. So I'm going to encourage each of your viewers to go out, go to standwithcrypto.org, put in your address. You can find out who your representative is. And then we made it real easy to contact them. Reach out. You can call them. You can email them. We've made it real easy. So that's my message for today is your voice matters, and more now than ever. And as you said, we have this push of technology. Well, I want to see us keep our humanity within this push of technology.
We all do.
A big part of that is going to be art, and whether it's any kind of art, but we show AI-generated films, and it really connects people, and we love it. And so go to Vegas Crypto Group on meetup.com. Check us out. Go to standwithcrypto.org. Let your voice be heard. It means the world to us and the future generations.
Okay, fantastic. I know you have to go, but I want you for one more minute because I want to grab one of those nuggets that we were just talking about that goes into the clips. And I don't know if this will be a clip or not. Chris Wright from the AI Trust Council is speaking right now. What is the AI Trust Council? Why is it important to all of us?
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about that. You know, responsible AI is so important. And I just did a survey in the meetup here, and I said, who here has heard about responsible AI in the media? And really, it's only about a third of the people. So I can promise you that needs more attention. We need to be able to say, hey, we don't want to limit innovation, but we certainly don't want to limit humanity. And so the big question that I like asking is, are you pro-human? And really, there shouldn't be any hesitation with that answer.
Because not everyone says yes.
Not everyone says yes. Not everyone says yes. So Chris has been at the tip of the spear when it comes to responsible AI. He's in Washington, and he's all over the country talking to people and rallying support for responsible AI. And we really need it, and we need it now, not next month. Not tomorrow. We need it now. And so if you want to know more about that, you can go to just look up AI Trust Council. It's on all the social media. And Chris Wright is doing a great job. And he's probably waiting for me to get back.
Okay. So thank you, Mike. We'll let you go. I'll do the rundown of what you just told us here. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm glad we got to talk to you today. Go, run like the wind. AI Trust Council, Stand with Crypto, Vegas Crypto Group. Look all those things up. Mike is amazing. His team is amazing. And I appreciate the kind words about what I do. I'm just a part of the larger thing that's going on here at Tech Alley, which is a part of the larger ecosystem. And I've said it a couple times with some of our guests today, we're really proud to be part of it and really proud to see the flywheel starting to spin, pushing the flywheel harder. And then just how everybody is starting to talk about and show up for each other's stuff. It's so fantastic. So AI Trust Council, I didn't even know about that till just now, so I got to go look that up. AI Trust Council, Stand with Crypto, Vegas Crypto Group. Check that out. Check out all of our guests who are on today, all the things they have going on. I believe we got contact info for everybody. So many amazing guests today. Thank you to our guests for all our time. Thank you to Josh at Tech Alley for letting us do this today, being part of it. Thank you to Third Street Vegas for hosting. Thank you to Taverna Castera for providing lunch. Let me give you one more quick rundown of what's coming up in the third round of talks. Actually, I'll give you the second round of talks too. Yes, sir. I do. Yeah, absolutely. Come on. Hi. Nice to meet you. Go ahead. Have a seat. We're just going to talk to you about what you have going on.
Oh, okay. Can I? This is okay. I don't
Yeah,
wanna-
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're live without a net. Get real close to that
Oh,
microphone,
okay.
like close
We're
like
live?
I am.
Okay, perfect. Let me.
Yeah.
Get
Jen
in
from
here.
Japan.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
I am good.
Yes.
I am good. Is this your first Tech Alley?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. It is my first Tech Alley. I know Mike. I've kind of seen him around the scene. Went to another event, the Bitcoin pizza event that
yeah.
he just
Mhm.
did. Yeah.
Mhm.
I got a chance to go to that.
Mike and Vegas Crypto Group are always do. I mean, they have the regular weekly events,
Yes.
but they're always throwing these extra events in there,
Yeah.
and they always seem very cool.
Good humans. You know, just really good humans to connect with. And I think that's the important thing, right? Is the connection. So getting together and just being able to share these different, the insight and just learning. And it was really fascinating sitting in there, listening to Chris speak about, you know, all of the things. So I'm just like, yeah, it's a good time.
I'm excited. What do you have going on? So did you come down to Tech Alley because Mike said come on down? What brought you here today?
Well, yes. I like to support. He's come to a couple of my events. I do host some events here around town. So he's come out to some of my networking and mixer events. I do one once a month. I do a lot of different things. Karaoke. I host karaoke, fun things
Always
like that.
fun.
Always a good time. But one of my bigger things that's coming up, I'm the co-producer of a show called Home of the Brave.
Okay.
And it is a military talent competition, the first of its kind.
Okay.
It's going live here in July.
Okay.
So we are going live in July in front of millions. It's going to be an opportunity for family members and veterans to potentially win a recording deal or some kind of career in the entertainment industry, along with winning a car and just having that exposure to just change their life. And the money raised from the show will go back to homeless vets, Gold Star families, and
Fantastic.
wounded warriors as
Are
well.
you doing that here in Vegas?
So potentially we might shoot the first one here in Vegas.
Okay.
Yes, it'll be done in front of a live audience, and then it'll be in front of a live audience, but pre-recorded, and then we'll
Sure.
push it.
So for someone
We're
who
live.
either wants to get in on the contest
Ooh.
or like I might be interested in coming and watching this.
Yeah.
How do we find out more about it? How do we get some more info on how we can get involved?
Absolutely. So there's a website, homeofthebravetv.com,
Okay.
or you can actually check out Home of the Brave on Instagram. You can follow me, Jen from Japan, on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm a human, so I can talk to you, let you know what's going on, kind of give you the skinny. But it will be on TV. The auditions have already ended.
Okay.
But we are going to be live on TV, and so it's just America's going to be voting. There's no judges. America's the judge.
Okay.
So we'll have shows. It'll live in July, Veterans Day, Christmas. There'll be a Christmas special. New Year's Eve. That'll be shot in Virginia.
Okay.
At the Hampton Roads Arena, and then Valentine's Day we'll find out the winner.
Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
So check that out. And then that's not the only thing you have going on. Your other events.
So many
Tell us
things.
about your other events.
Okay, so I'm in a lot of different industries. I actually work in the cannabis industry as well.
Okay.
So I host, like I said, I do an open mic once a month. 3-year anniversary is on August 1st at Nuwu, up the street on Washington and Main, right up there. And it's amazing. We do a monthly business appreciation for the businesses that do support, the venue, karaoke Wednesdays, ladies night Thursdays, and then of course I do a lot of other one-offs. I actually work with Bite Size Media, part of the production for their fashion shows
Okay.
that they do at Area 15 and around town. Some of the so yeah, I do a little bit of everything.
Fantastic. Well, so what I'm hearing is Instagram, Jen from
Please.
Japan.
Yes.
I'm going to add her as soon as we get done packing up here today.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to leave us with?
Come out and connect. Come out to the next Tech Alley. It really is. It's really a great group of people.
Yeah, Vegas is better with friends.
Yes, that's a good instead of Sin City, right?
Yep.
Vegas is better with friends.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, don't change Sin City or what happens in Vegas.
Listen, it'll always be.
But listen,
Sin
you
City.
you can have a great time in Vegas all by yourself. You're gonna have a much better time with people.
Oh, it's always good to like lean over and be able to whisper.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, perfect.
All right, well, it was great to meet you, Jen.
Yeah,
Thank you
great
for
to meet
joining
as
us
well.
today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
All right.
it. Thank you.
All right. That's, I think, is it. I don't see anyone else who's looking to join us. So let me give you the rundown one more time. We are just coming up on 2:00. We're in the second round of talks here at Tech Alley. Tech Alley is the monthly startup and tech community event in downtown Las Vegas. There's also a Henderson version. We didn't talk about that today, but the Henderson version is going to be coming up in just a week and a half, I think. So if you missed this and you're in the Vegas Valley and you want to check out the Henderson version, go check that out. I won't be there this month because I have another thing, but I believe I am going to be there in July. So if you want to come down in June. Go to Tech Alley Henderson in June for sure, but I think I'll be there in July if you want to come down and talk. So what's happening now? 1:15. We are here at 3rd Street, Vegas, on the corner of Gas Avenue and 3rd Street in Las Vegas, by the way. There are great location and sponsors for the Tech Alley event. So right now, we just had Mike Wilson on. We just had Jen from Japan on. They just went back into the Vegas Crypto Group meetup. If you were interested in all things Mike and Jen had to say, get on down here. You got half an hour to see what's going on in that Vegas Crypto Group meetup. Our good friend Josh Stacy's doing an AI workshop in Theater 2. Las Vegas Python with Adam Englander in Theater 3. Nick Ayler with Skills Gaming, and I believe there are prizes. I don't want to misrepresent anything, but that's in Theater 4. And Maria Cristidi is doing the Amazon Web Services Users Group in Theater 7. Also, okay, so that's what's going on right now. At 2:45, the third and final round of talks of the day starts. Our new friend, Acacia Thornton, who I see over in the corner there, she's doing confidence contracts and crossing borders, business considerations when your clients are abroad. So come on down and check that. If clients are a big part of your work, clients and contracts are a big part of your work, and you work internationally, come on down and check that out. And then Josh is continuing or doing a new AI workshop in Theater 2 at 2:45, and Nick is back doing more stuff with Skills and giving out prizes in Theater 4, and that will all wrap up at 4:00. But we are going to wrap up right now. We're going to start getting things packed up. Again, thank you to Josh for letting us be part of this. Thank you to 3rd Street. Thank you to Diverna Costera for providing lunch. Thank you to all our guests. It really is truly an honor to get to talk to everybody, share this with you. Thank you to all of you for watching. Again, it's an honor and a privilege to share this with you. I hope you got something out of it. I hope if you're in Vegas, this will inspire you to come down to Tech Alley today or next month or in the future. And if you're not in Las Vegas and you're watching this and you're going to be in Las Vegas and you can plan your trip around the 3rd Saturday of the month, we would love to see you down here at Tech Alley. So that's it for me. Go out there, do great things today, onward and upward.